Hey, hello everybody. Hello, I hope you can hear us. Oh my gosh, if we're too loud then... If it's too loud, then you're too old, man. I hope that sounds good, everybody, since I can't really see any volume scales. Welcome to RFS Fam Community Night. Well, we're going to be playing $1 million, but not just us two. We actually have two more people that'll be showing up here. Oh my gosh. You guys all unmuted? Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
If we unmute, maybe.
Yes, I can hear both of you. Obviously, you know Jess from Gone to the Snow Dogs, our fearless leader in Snow Dogs Vlogs, and Steve from Loki the Siberian.
Hello.
Hi. We will definitely have to figure out this audio thing, which is fine. I just not used to seeing the ups and downers. I don't know what you call them. The
audio levels.
Audio levels. Oh my gosh, Jess, how are you doing tonight? Coming off of a 3-hour live stream. I can't believe you're here tonight doing this.
Well, I mean, what was I going to do? Tell you no?
Yeah.
You tell them no all
It's
the
an option.
time.
Yeah, Cobra Kai's not going to watch itself. Yeah.
That is true. I do have some episodes of Cobra Kai I could be watching. See you later. I'm out.
And Steve, who has a second job being the stand-in for the Brawny Man.
The Brawny Man. Here we go.
Do they have that in Canada?
Yeah, we do have Brawny in Canada.
Oh, actually, I didn't even think about that before I said it. I was like, oh, shit, maybe you don't know what it
I
is.
always think, do they have that in Canada? Always.
Right. Man, wearing the flannel. All my flannel went around my waist. I think that was like a 90s thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever actually wore my flannel.
Are you guys able to see the chat?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. What's everybody have to say in there? Hi, Dan and Crystal. Hi, Dan, Crystal, and Steve. Screw Jess.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm out.
I see the pups. They're clocked out actually right now.
They're so done.
They did their adventure. We have a cat, maybe. Do we have a cat here?
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Feel free to talk out. Well, okay. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing a game called $1 Million, but it's a game that is. If you guys ever watched Rooster Teeth podcast, they did it on the Rooster Teeth podcast. When they would play it, though, they would come with their own scenarios and talk, much like we're going to do today. But there's also a a card game, much like Cards Against Humanity. Yes, much like Cards Against Humanity, where you get to put down your answers. But we cherry picked. Well, Crystal went through a bunch of cards because some of them were very rated R. Very, very inappropriate. So we took out all the stuff. I won't even give examples. But if you're here for Hitler jokes, rest assured, there is 9 tonight.
No.
So yes. Mm-hmm.
Brittany wanted to know if you were wearing the same shirt as yesterday and said $1 million, but Dan has to change his shirt.
I'm not. What did I have on yesterday? Because this was on the bottom of the...
you had your Pittsburgh Penguins shirt on.
I had this on for the podcast. But see, here's the deal, Brittany. So in our house, somehow or another, like 40 of our like hangers ran away. And then so we have
too many shirts.
We have that big closet that I'm sure you've seen before. And then all of a sudden we have like shirts on top of everything that's hung up. So I've been picking from there because I don't know.
So you wear the same 5 shirts every week because you just take from that stack every week.
Right. The hanger bar is so concave that it's going to come crashing down soon. Eventually. And I'm going to die under a pile of textile.
You got to install a second one underneath it.
Oh, there's not room for that.
I need to hire somebody much smaller than me just to stand there and hold it up. I mean, everybody's looking for work these days. I'm sure I can.
Not much smaller than you. It's pretty high.
It is pretty high. Yeah. It is pretty.
You lost that inch, Dan. Don't forget.
Ooh, I am not okay about that. I want a recount. I need somebody to measure from the back. That's the thing. I need to
measure from the back.
I need to measure from the way back because I was always 5'10", and then if I'm 5'9", I'm gonna be sad. Like 5'9", I hope. No, Steve, you're taller than that. 5'9" is like.
Steve's way taller than that.
Like I almost should have like small person like complex.
What are you trying to say?
Right?
No, because
two small people.
No, because there's a thing like 5'9" to like 5'7" if you're a dude. I'm sorry, dudes out there. It's bad news. Under that, then it becomes like cutesy again. Like, oh, like look, can I pick him up? You know. So what are you, 5'4"?
Yes.
And Jess is like 4'5".
5'1".
Are you sure you're not 4'9"? Because I thought I was 5'10".
I'm actually not sure. I haven't measured myself.
And
in
for
quite
the
a while,
record, Dan, 4'9" is not one inch smaller than 5'1".
I know. And Steve looks tall. Look at the distance between the top of his head and where his nipples should be. Like, there's so much space there. There's so much space there.
There's so much space between your nipples and the top of your head, but that's just because you're low.
That's true. That's true. They tell me to look out when I want to trip over stuff. That's
also,
why.
your short people comments are offending like half the chat.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What the heck?
I'm a fence at 5'2". I find a fence at 5'2". Poor Hannah, like she's not been on the right side of the Dan jokes.
No.
Oh, Amanda says, "Hey, you're walking on thin ice with these short person comments. I'm 5'3". I take offense. Oh my gosh. Here, wait.
I'm
Maybe I should be
5'1".
looking.
I'm fun sized.
Maybe I should be looking at the ground when I read these comments. You guys are also short. Steve's got to be 6'1", 6'2", 6'3".
Oh my
but
gosh.
that's in Canada.
Right.
Oh,
so you have
okay.
to adjust.
You have to adjust for inflation. So, you know.
1.8
No, Steve's
meters.
tall. I've seen him in person. He's tall.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's tall compared to me, but
1.8 meters, which seems I only know that from swimming. Like the only time that they
Nothing.
talk about meters is like when I'm listening to like Michael Phelps swim in the water. Yeah, when they talk about 500 meters and stuff like that. So that's like a third of the back and forths. So I get that. All right.
A third. Math.
I was told there would be no math.
I don't even know. While we play this game, I'm going to eat a variety of candies from around the world.
I would advise
Yeah.
against eating this because it's a big chunk of caramel and you're not going to be able to talk for like 5 minutes.
All right, well, fuck that.
Just saying.
I only have one Michigan gummy left. Let's see if it's the lower or upper peninsula, and then let's play this game.
Let's do it. We got a super chat from Foxy Koala with a sexy pair asking how's it going.
It is going well. That is not the lower or up. Oh yeah, wait, that is Michigan. There it is. You can't see
it
it.
look
There
like
it is.
this?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat Jess's.
you haven't finished those yet.
They're done. That was
He did the thing he always does where there's one left in the bag.
That way it never
Just
ends.
one.
It never ends. So I'm gonna eat Alpina first.
Take that right off the map.
Mm-hmm. And let's play. What's going on in the chat? Because
Brittany's suggesting we give you a caramel so we can have quiet time. And Helen sent the Inu asking how's it going. Thank you so much for
It
the
is.
super chat.
Helen,
and thank
I'm
you,
gonna
Foxy
eat your-
Koala, as well for the support.
your TV snacks from Australia, so I'm gonna eat those too.
I like that it's spelled out Teevee, even though the letters TV would have accomplished the exact same thing.
That's because people in Australia are cool. We've been watching Australia Survivor, and oh my gosh, are we a bunch of bitches in this fucking country? Because Australia Survivor is amazing. Dude, they straight up like fight each other for the rounds.
Oh, I love it. I never want to
Right.
watch Sissy Survivor ever
Never
again.
again. They just like go for it. And
You can't do that. You'll get sued.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like wrestling in water, and we're like, someone's gonna drown. Like, what are you
they're
doing?
it's so cool. It's so cool. They're not worried about the climate of the world. They're just playing Survivor.
Cool.
The host looks like somebody put prosthetics on that Jeff Probst guy.
Yes.
And
it
he's
looks like his Australian
right.
cousin.
And then the immunity idol looks like a skull that's been stretched out from Diablo. You don't go that way, Topo.
Where are you going?
Okay,
Have you never watched Australia rugby?
I can't figure out.
You ever see how violent it is?
I can't figure it out, but yeah. I also think there's less concussions there because they're more like tackling each other than like headbutting each other. But it's like 3 sports in one. They're playing soccer, they're playing basketball, they're kicking it. In this Survivor that I'm watching, it's called Champions versus Contenders, and like half the people that are on the Champions teams are ex-rugby players, rugby players.
Footy.
Footy.
Everything ends in IE there.
And it's so crazy. They're just like they're just tough.
Yeah.
They're just tough. So yeah, I just want to watch Australian everything from now on. They have the best synonyms for everything. Everything's like, I don't know, what would he say for his 2 cents? It was his 2 shillings.
You looked it up and it translated
his 2
to 2
shills or
shillings,
something
but I
like
still
that.
don't
I
know
don't
what shillings
I don't know,
are.
but they have the best. They have the
Currency.
best synonyms. Yeah. So I recommend Australian Survivor. You guys can watch it on Hulu or you guys can watch it on Paramount Plus right now. We're on season 4, halfway through, and I'm never gonna watch another American reality show ever again.
Fair.
Ever again. All right.
Good to know.
Let's do this. Okay. So, real quick, if you guys want to follow any of the people, in case you don't know who any of these people are, down in the description below, I have links to their channels and a link to this $1 Million Butts game. Oh, Steve's got a beer. What you drinking?
It's so Canadian.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead, buddy.
That's like their Bud Lights. All right, Crystal, you kick it off. Yeah, we're just gonna play out the scenarios. I don't know. We'll figure this out as we go.
Okay, so the way it goes is you get $1 million.
I'm gonna turn my microphone down so I can open snacks.
There's a stipulation to it. So first one is you get $1 million, but every time your phone battery dies, you must eat an entire pound of bacon covered in melted butter and cheese. Would you take the $1 million?
Steve?
Yep.
Like,
First of all, my phone battery never dies.
Right?
I got an
think
iPhone Pro
that'd be
Max,
easy one
so
to avoid.
I knew you were gonna say it.
now this is gonna be a jab at Jess right off the bat. You know, I will say Jess and I did a CC Mouse podcast for 2 hours, and when I was done, plus doom scrolling in the morning, I had 77% battery left.
And you know what? I thought it was my battery that died. It wasn't. It was my Pixel Buds that actually died, not the phone.
I had to switch mine. I had to switch mine as well. But Steve, I mean, you like bacon and butter, right?
I'm Canadian.
Butter your
aren't I?
bacon, boy.
I could eat a pound of bacon, no problem.
Oh my gosh! At this age, to be young again. At this age, I'd be toasted if I did that. I don't even know if I could get all of that in me.
Bacon is the one thing that like people are always like, if you weren't a vegetarian or if there was one meat you could eat, what do you miss from eating meat? I bet it's bacon. It is not bacon. It is so not bacon. I hate the smell of bacon. There's no way I'd put it in my mouth, but my phone battery never dies.
You'd eat my sausage if I made it for you.
Shut your mouth.
I rub the maple syrup on it. So that's a yes for you there, Steve.
That's 10-4, good buddy.
What about you, Jess?
I mean, it's kind of an easy one because you just plug your phone in before it dies.
Right. I figured we start off with a fairly easy one, but yeah,
I think that one's pretty easy.
That's an easy enough one to avoid. Just be conscious of it, and it's on you. It's nobody else has control over that necessarily, unless they steal your phone and hide it from you. But you could keep your phone battery from dying pretty easily.
What's on here? It's bacon covered in melted butter and cheese. But here's the thing: so I'm trapped on the Survivor Island. I'm hungry. There's no food except for they were eating straight bugs, like Hakuna Matata style.
Like little bugs.
They were eating,
Bugs.
It was like termites that they were eating off of their big old machete that was like this big.
Say that word again.
Machete.
Machete.
Yeah. You know, like the Jason Trejo guy, like the machete.
Machete.
Oh shit.
It's a soft CH.
Machete sounds like a pasta. Mario might have the machete, but I could just let my phone run out at home. You know, and then I'd be on the island with a bunch of bacon,
all of a sudden a pound of bacon
cheese.
would appear in front
Correct,
of you, and
with
you
butter
know your
and
phone
cheese,
battery
and then
was
I would get busy on it.
But you could,
and then you would win.
Right?
Then I'd win. I'd be full. I'd take a nap and I'd miss the competitions. Yeah. So yeah, that's a yes for me. Crystal, what about you in a virtual world where you had to eat a pound of, I don't know, vegetarian bacon?
Yeah, like I said, that's an easy enough one to control.
Right.
So.
She don't eat meat, but she sure likes the bone. So right. So that's a yes.
Calling back to the 90s one-hit wonder.
There's nobody in the chat that knows what that is. Nobody in the chat. So that is an easy one. That is pretty much yes for all of us, but you?
No, I would.
Oh,
I
okay.
would take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. These things are like crisps of some sort that you can't have.
No.
Look at.
Is there meat in them?
Look at the health star rating on them. Wait, let me show up the corner. The health star rating is 1.
I'm all about 1 health star rating food.
Dan, I just got the most mom text message in the world. Awesome picture of you with Dan and Jess.
That is great. You sent me a photo shoot, which I should have just put all of those photos on the screen. So
all of them?
Part of me wanted to take all of your heads and stuff and replace them with Steve's. I was under a time crunch. I threw that together quick. Jess had a pickle in her hand.
Dan's favorite picture ever.
But I replaced it. I replaced it with the cards, as you can see there. I replaced it with the cards.
Very well done.
Mm-hmm, yes, I've learned my Photoshop skills from watching you down there.
I
Jess.
had to ask if you put it in her hand because it honestly was like I was like, did she have the card game? And she just pulled it out.
I learned how to make that a little transparent and just erase around her fingers. Don't look. It's one of those things where you just gotta blur your head while you look at it, and it looks great.
Well,
but
at first glance, good job.
I learned my Photoshop from you. Well, to me, you're down there on the bottom, so I don't know if that's where you're at. But I learned it from Jess.
I think so. I think so. I learned my Photoshop skills from the internet.
Yeah, from the 11-year-old kid that does tutorials on the internet. That's how he showed me how to edit videos. The little squeaker kids. Just do this and this and this. All right. Give us another question, Crystal.
Go for it.
Oh,
you
okay.
Can read. No, read. That
Okay.
you took away the other.
All right, everybody. $1 million, but every year on your birthday, you automatically own an extra cat.
I'm in.
I feel like you're gaming the system here, and
Little
this is almost like a wish come true.
A little bit.
Oh my gosh,
Someone had to pick them.
Yeah, but like, what happens at like a year in and stuff like that? Where there was this movie called Christmas Every Day, and then on Christmas Every Day, by like 3/4 of the way through the movie, he was like sick of it because every day was just.
Oh,
more
I'd be sick of Christmas on day 2. Cats never.
What about the litter box deal? Like, it's just so many more cats.
I would just clean the litter box more. Cats, Dan. Cats.
I can't do
Crystal,
it.
you should come visit me. I got a job for you.
I'm in.
They
If
just-
it involves cats, I'm in.
About 40 of them. They need some extra care.
See, by the time I'm 80, I can have 40 cats. I'm in. So in.
Oh, on your
I-
birthday. On
your birthday.
Not okay.
Not
okay,
every
that's
day.
not too bad.
On your birthday. Only on your birthday.
It was crazy because Jess was telling a story about these cats and they were in a jail, and I'm like,
Yeah, they're in jail.
That's like a reality show.
Wait, like in an actual jail with people in jail?
There's no people in the jail. We had a hoarding situation, and they took the cats. Long story short, they took the cats from the hoarding situation. There's not enough space for them at the animal control building. But our old jail, we had a brand new jail, and the old jail building was empty. So they took the cats to the old jail.
I love it.
Because-
Let's fill all empty buildings with cats.
Yeah,
that's a
so
good
the cats are all there.
So you're sending me one on my birthday, right?
Well, that's what I said. That you could come visit me, and you could help take care of these cats because
I'm all
we're looking for people to help.
Crystal has like baby fever, pussy fever, like kitty cat fever.
It's the thing that women get when people around them have babies, but like I got a kitten and then I lost a kitten and now I just want a kitten
Oh, it's
so
called
bad.
getting smacked in the
Yeah.
back of the head to wake you up out of that phase.
Just
You
like-
It's
Right?
kitten fever. You have kitten fever. I have puppy fever every day.
right, so you
Like,
get it.
yeah.
It's just a different
Oh
animal.
yeah.
Like they're so cute when they're babies.
And here's
I
what
don't
you
want
do.
people babies.
You go to Alpena,
Right.
you commit a crime, you get thrown in the clink, and then
I'm all about it. Can I get
yes.
thrown in the old jail? Can I put that request in?
You might be able to.
I'm sure they'll let you in there for free. They need help with the cats anyway.
I'm in.
What about you, Steve?
Okay, so I'm young, so I have many years ahead of me.
Oh.
Humble brag.
Uh-huh.
Cats can live 17, 18 years old.
Mm,
I would say average like 15 or so.
okay.
I mean, they can make it into their 20s, but average of like 15.
And there's no cutoff. I feel like this is going to cost me more than $1 million by the end of it.
It
Oh,
absolutely
I didn't
will.
think- I didn't think about that. I was just
Yeah, you'd
I was
still
just
have
trying
to
show
keep
the
your
question.
regular job so that you could use that $1 million to take care of the cats.
That's right. So the cost would incur. Oh, that's a good point.
Can you
Steve.
repeat the question? Some
Yes, $1
people
million,
ask
but you automatically own one extra cat on your birthday
every year.
every year.
Every year.
But what
You're
if you
right.
don't have a cat? How do you get an extra cat?
They're all
There's
extra cats.
A loophole. Maybe like
But it says an extra cat. Well, I don't
Extra
have a cat, so I wouldn't have an extra cat.
But I think they assume more people have a cat. But Steve, there's a cat to dog trade in ratio though. There's like 6 cats to 1 dog.
For sure. As far as the amount of work goes, absolutely.
Okay, so you might be able to like it's like a house to a hotel in Monopoly, Steve. You might be able to trade up.
Okay, if they're all coming from like a shelter or rescue or something, then I can't say no. But if like somebody's breeding the cats, then
Just so that you can have
I mean,
a cat
they
every
could be coming
birthday.
from everywhere. Garfield may show up, and like not the Garfield from the cartoon, like the Bill Murray version of Garfield. Like, might show
Oh
up.
no!
It might be like something like that.
I'm in. I got lasagna in the fridge.
You literally do. I was literally
I'm
chowing
coming
down
over.
on you. I was literally chowing down on your lasagna right before this. Yes. Okay. I would I no. I don't need it. I don't know. No, I couldn't do it.
No?
Well, for $1 million. So like, yeah, I mean, yes, I would. But
You were pretty happy
Just-
to get a cat for your birthday.
well, yeah, I mean, I was happy that you got me something on my birthday. Even though it became the cat's birthday on my birthday, and that's kind of rude to like spoil my birthday. Do you have anybody that's family members that's got a birthday on your birthday?
No.
Jess
Oh.
almost has little baby Jesus.
As crazy as it is, I know quite a few of my close friends have birthdays like right in the same week as my birthday. So
Okay.
we
What
all
about-
get forgotten together.
What about you, Steve? Is Drew Barrymore born on your birthday or some Canadian like that?
No, my birthday is actually like the worst. It's not the worst birthday, but it's April 5th. So I don't know how many people know, but That's the day Kurt Cobain and Lane Stanley died.
Oh my gosh. They got
And
together
wait.
and coordinated their deaths. So you're gonna wear dirt deaths on the 5th. I'm gonna wear death too. And they just coordinated it up. Yeah, so you're always gonna be trumped by a news headline of Kurt Cobain.
And Memphis's birthday is the day before mine too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Poor Steve.
Can't
He's
win.
forgotten. The least famous flannel wearing person's birthday. The 5th. All right, so that was 2 no's and 2 yeses.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with that. All right, you read the next one. I had to stop eating these snacks because they're the most non edible snacks for live streaming. And I'll go get us our tea in just a second. Okay, you go.
All right,
go
guys.
for it again.
$1 million, but whenever you hear a dog bark, you curse uncontrollably for 30 seconds.
Yes.
I feel like maybe Jess does that anyway.
I definitely do every time I hear a dog bark.
You know what? Your dogs don't bark though.
My dogs don't bark often. Like an actual bark. They don't like a full like, and that, I guess that would be the factor. Like the bark. I can get them to do that on command, but that's not something they do often.
No, but like okay. So like across the street, there's this dog that's always just out there locked up, and it just barks all day long. Blah 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 blah. Your dogs don't do that.
Right. Remember when the neighbors next door, they like somebody moved in, one of the kids moved back in or something, and they brought 2 little yappy dogs with them that barked incessantly all the time. And I swear I cursed uncontrollably for 30 seconds every time it happened.
You did.
I was so mad.
It doesn't take much to set you off to curse uncontrollably.
It does not.
What about you, Steve? You cursing at your dogs?
Oh yeah. You guys might have a chance to do it tonight.
Steve likes to do this thing where he sends videos of his dogs coming into the house when he opens the doors because Kira does not want to come back into the house. All the time. It's just like, watch this, Jess. He opens the doors and the dogs come like right in.
She's in here. Look, she's here. She's in the house.
For now, that's because they're worn out because they had a 3-hour live stream earlier.
Yeah, right.
$1 million, but when you hear a dog bark, you curse uncontrollably for 30 seconds. But here's the thing, like I'll be walking down the street, minding my own business. I hear dogs going off all the time. So that's the thing. The dogs across the street go off when everybody walks their dogs around. So it's just like Tourette's.
So then it's just a matter of your shame at people hearing you curse uncontrollably for 30 seconds. I do not have that shame. I will curse anytime, anywhere.
It doesn't stop. Right now, bark. Shitty dick nipples. Like I can't like stop. Like I can't. It just happens. See, like you can't stop, and it's 30 seconds of just Tourette's style cursing.
$1 million, Dan.
Yeah, but like just
it's $1 million
doing anything.
I have no shame about cursing.
I might be able to go on a media tour after this. You know, I might be able to be like the guy that curses on the barks.
Amanda says she would definitely say no for that because her dog Sadie barks at everything thinking that she's saving them.
Right, and it's gonna queue up too. Like, what if the dogs just keep barking? It's like, oh man, there's like 3 months of me just going through every curse word in the book.
I'm all about it.
You know,
I'm creative with curse words.
I think I'm gonna have to pass on that because I like talking, but like I don't want all my talking just to be cussing.
You don't want to be interrupted.
I don't want to be. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with no.
It'd make for an interesting live
I'm
stream.
gonna go with no on that. You read the next question. And I'm gonna grab us some tea.
All right. $1 million, but every time you shake someone's hand, you have to stick your hand in the nearest toilet. What do you think, Jess?
I mean, you know, in the state of the world right now, not a lot of handshaking going on.
That's what I'm saying. The
people go to
world has given me an excuse to not have, like, before all this, if you told people I don't want to shake hands, you were weird. Now you just, I don't shake hands, and they're like, okay. Like, most people get annoyed, but it's okay. So,
I have noticed a lot of people are just, you know, doing a fist bump or they're bumping elbows.
Right. It's another one that's fairly easily avoidable, I think.
I think it is, because you just would refuse to shake somebody's hand.
Right. And at first they think you're weird.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Wolfie wants to know, has the toilet been flushed first? You don't know. It's whatever toilet is nearest.
You know, it just depends.
It's so full.
It just depends because, like, sometimes you go to the bathroom in public and, like, you rush into the bathrooms. Like, when I was at the Pet Expo, sorry, I don't know if I was cutting anybody off. I couldn't hear anybody. When I was at the Pet Expo, I went into the bathroom, and you wouldn't believe how many Stanley Steamers were sitting there kicking back, waiting for me to walk in there at the dog convention. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So maybe it just depends on where you're at.
Right.
I still say yes.
Yeah, I would say yes. What about you, Steve?
I can't flush the toilet.
Not
No,
beforehand.
that's not
You
stipulated.
have-
You just have to go put your hand in.
I say in this scenario, you have to just let it be.
Whatever's
Whatever's
in the
going
toilet,
on
whatever
there,
the
yeah?
state of the toilet is, you got to put your hand in.
Yeah,
it.
whatever
No,
color.
$1
listen
million.
to it though. It doesn't say you have to put your hand in toilet water.
That's fair.
So you just have to.
Or I
you
could
just
put it in
have
the
to-
tank.
You could. It
That's
just says
fair.
in the toilet.
Oh, that changes everything from my opinion. Then that changes everything.
I'm all about like I don't have to shake hands, so yeah, $1 million, absolutely.
What do you say, Steve?
I'd take the $1 million.
I'm just worried because like I accidentally like shake because I'm gonna forget. I accidentally shake a hand and then like I'm running over to the 7-Eleven to go into the bathroom there. I got poo for the key.
Gas
I
station
open the
bathrooms
gas
are the
room,
worst.
But
Always.
I just have to hug. I don't. Oh,
I mean, that's on you.
You
But
can
you
wash
don't-
your hand after, Dan. It's not
right? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But $1 million
Most
doesn't-
toilets have a sink
$1
nearby.
million.
But like, what if we're like hanging out in the car or something like that, and like you pass me like a crisp or a poutine,
That's not shaking.
and then like we hit a little
not
bit.
shaking.
Pass you a
Yeah.
poontine. A whole poontine.
No, just a piece of poon, and then just like our hands kind of like it triggers it, boom, and then it's just like, oh, here we go, like over to Fargo, so Dan can stick his hand in la toilet.
Huskies in the Hatch wants to know why you are so hard to convince to take money.
It's not that. It's just the amount. Because $1 million Huskies and Hatch, the $1 million isn't even that much money these days, and I'm sure they're gonna tax me because that's what they do.
$1
to me.
million isn't that much money.
No,
I
I'm not
need
turning it
the next thing you need to learn is what investments are.
Mhm.
Also,
I-
Dan has no value of $1. Just no concept of money at all.
That is true.
That's true.
That is true. I proved that when we first met.
Absolutely. This is why I know our finances.
When we first met. My Life's Book Adventure says, okay, now I need this card game. The link to the card game is actually in the description. I think it was like $12 on Amazon right now. It's really inexpensive.
Yes.
Yes, and the way this game is played is you get a bunch of A and B cards, and I think everybody puts down their scenario cards, and then I think you got to pick a winner. I like it where we just sit and talk about the crazy scenarios.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Catherine wants to know, but Dan, how many hands did you shake at Novi? Did you run to the bathroom after each shake?
But see, that's what I'm saying.
But you're a hugger more than a handshaker.
I'm a hugger.
You really are.
That
I'm a
is
mother
true.
hugger.
I don't think I shook anybody's hand at Novi.
I couldn't tell you the last time I shook a hand.
No, nobody's shaking hand. Like, no, I don't think I shook anybody's hand either. Oh, maybe Nicholas. Maybe he shook my hand.
See, I gave him a hug. I asked him as soon as I saw him. 'Cause I was so
giving him,
excited.
so I didn't hug him, but he's from New York, so I don't want him kicking my ass. So I just I took a handshake. But everybody else was like, I was like hugging on him, like wrapping around, like, oh my gosh, it's you, the text from the chat, the QWERTY keyboard typer, it's you. So that's true. Yeah, so I would have to go from that to like chest bumps.
Chest
or
bumps.
something like
No,
that.
fist bumps are a thing.
Yeah.
When was the last time you chest bumped somebody?
Maybe like never.
Make it a thing
Yeah,
now?
now that I think about it, I think I might I might still have my chest bump virginity card. I don't know.
Chris says that he totally shakes hands all the time. You can keep your SCSI toilet. And apparently $1 million.
Right. I got one that I liked that I read online because there's also a list of these cards from the actual episodes. It was $1 million, but every time you spend the money, you have to lick the ground. Like right where you're at, lick the ground. I like that one. So that's a little bit more. That's a little bit more divisive there. It's like
absolutely
like
not.
just right where you're at, you just
I
gotta
don't
give it a
think
little
you
lick.
could give me enough money to have to lick the ground every time I spend it.
Right, but like, yeah, not
No.
happening.
Everyone has a price, Crystal.
I don't think there is enough money.
That's
Like
it, just
you
cut and
could
dry.
tell me I would
$1
never
trillion.
you could tell me that I would never have to worry about money ever again. Like money is no longer an object and I could literally have anything I want financially. I still don't think I would do it because the idea of licking the ground. I won't
You
let
could
Dan wear
literally
his
have
outside
people-
shoes in the house.
You could literally have people that could like sanitize the ground before you lick it.
But would it ever be clean enough? I'm a big germaphobe.
So that's a
You
no for
kill it
you.
with fire.
I found the line. What about you, Jess?
That's a hard one.
Yeah, you get gas and you guys have to pay after you pump. So like you pump the gas and like when you go inside to pay, it's time to get
Gas
drop
stations
and,
are so
drop and give me
filthy.
10.
Ugh.
No,
The
it's just one.
groundberries Tastes like groundberries. Yeah. What do you think, Jess? No, it's $1 million.
I mean, it's $1 million. That one I might have to say no to. I might
I'm-
have to say no.
I
to
thought
that.
you would have said yes because you're not grossed out. You're not afraid of mud. You're not afraid to get.
I eat
dirty.
a lot of dirt. I go camping.
Right. Right.
But
I
there's
mean,
people like Dan walking around with shit shoes.
yeah.
I mean, who doesn't have shit shoes?
It's an interesting, and again, I guess it would just depend on, like what Steve was saying, it would depend on like the loopholes around it. Like, okay, but
It's whatever you
Am
can
I-
afford with that $1 million. Steve thinks he can pay off somebody for the rest of his life with that money.
I think that
To
stipulation was
clean
me
it.
with money's no longer an object.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
What else? What do you say, Steve?
Licking the ground every time? No, I'm not doing that.
I might have a loophole though. What if I just bring like liquid Pepsi or something like that with me, and I spill it right on the ground, so I just lick in the ground. So at least I'm like licking up some sort of, maybe I get some like
So you're
mixed
licking
sauce.
up Pepsi flavored fill.
some mixed sauce or something like that. I'm not grossed out by stuff. There is no 5-second rules for me. In fact, I wait until the 5 seconds are up to even start the video.
You want to make sure it's
So
filthy.
yeah.
But-
So I think I would definitely
Thank
do
you.
it. I'm not afraid of that. I would definitely lick the ground. It's not like I'm going to like. What if I'm sitting courtside? Ooh, that's a nice Jeep mug. I haven't
It
seen
has
that.
Yeah.
Fireball and ginger ale in it.
What if you're walking down a sidewalk? You have to imagine at some point on that sidewalk, a dog has done his business there.
Or a person if you're in LA.
Yeah, right. Also, Steve, Steve, out here, the gum on the streets of LA are just it's black dots as far as you can see. Like the
Yes.
chewed up gum in the streets is ridiculous. So
Of,
I might
of where,
come up
Dan?
with some Bubba
Of what city?
of LA. Of ELLAA.
Chris
Oh,
says
wow.
you cook with vodka, there are no germs.
Oh,
Not enough
Yeah,
vodka.
but what if you and I are sitting courtside next to Jack Nicholson, who dropped his chili fries on the
Yeah,
ground?
is he
Did you
not allowed
guys
to
see
sit
that?
there anymore?
What if like the lady comes to get us like courtside seat service and I buy like a brewski from her? Do I have to get down and lick the LeBron James drips?
You have to lick whatever's there. Which even if it's clean, like okay, now they've bleached the floor or like pine soled the floor. Now you're licking cleaning chemical. No, there's
Pine
no.
salt smells good.
No. It smells good. Do you want to taste it?
I'm all about it. Ooh, Dan, everybody's just unsubscribed. I'm about it. I'm about it. I would definitely do it for $1 million.
No way.
I am. I just have to be choosy where I spend my money.
Right. But wherever you're paying, like that's where people stand to pay. You're not like in the middle of, an aisle where maybe not as many people have walked. You're in front of the cash register where everybody
DMV.
supposed to pay is, right? Like everybody. Oh no.
What about Steve? When you work at your work, what's on the ground underneath you? Because they brought you pizza the other day, so you'd have to hop down and like lick what's underneath you. Is there metal chunks and stuff underneath you?
Well, the floor is cement, but there's like metal chips everywhere.
Oh,
Debris.
see, so imagine that.
Yeah, now you're licking debris? No.
Oh, you'd come up with debris ton, all bleeding and stuff like that.
would
Nobody's
be
on
gross.
my side at all. Nobody's on my side.
My last week adventure as a housekeeper says pine salt tastes nasty. Deal breaker.
Yeah, I will say when I was doing video way back in the day, it was like probably like 2011 or 12. I was doing a bit where earlier in the day I read Pine Sol, and Pine Sol says it's 100% natural. Like it's like whatever the crayons say, like it's like it's like Play-Doh, like you
Non-toxic?
non-toxic, right? So I did this bit where I did something. I'm like, oh, it's gross, and I sprayed my tongue with Pine Sol. No, I'm sorry, Simple Green. I sprayed my tongue with Simple Green. Do you have Simple Green, Steve?
Yes, we have Simple Green.
Well, I don't know if it was called something else or something. Oh, my tongue went numb for close to a minute. Remember, I was like, my
I do
tongue's
remember.
numb.
It's
My tongue's
non-toxic,
numb.
but you probably shouldn't
You
drink
probably
it.
shouldn't do that. So yeah, so word of the wise, do not put that on your tongue because it'll go numb for a little bit. I thought that was it. I'm like, shit, I'm not gonna talk no more. I'm gonna be like the mom from the Goonies. My tongue just falls out. They're gonna be throwing me from a train. All right, you have another question?
Yes.
Oh, I already saw this one.
$1 million, but whenever you are around more than 50 people, you get pink eye.
Have any of you got pink eye before ever in your life?
Mhm.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Y'all nasty. I've never had
You never had.
I've never had it.
But I mean, like you've seen people with it, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure she's aware of what pink eye is, like
Yeah.
the symptoms.
Yeah.
So I think
I've seen South Park.
What do you think? What do you think, Jess?
No. No, thank you.
It's just an easy hard no. But
Yeah,
see,
no.
there's sometimes like when we go out near town, like especially when we go to the Home Depot, full size Home Depot. It's not Home Depot Junior or Home Depot Light. Full size Home Depot, and there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 7 people. Seven.
Oh yeah, I'm not around 50 people very
So
often.
You might be.
But when I would be around 50 people would be when I would not want to have pink eye.
Right.
Because like, you know, I'm at like the Novi Pet Expo or like when we're at Vid Summit. I don't want pink eye when I'm around those people.
It's
I
just
got stuff to do.
What if you're driving down the freeway and there's just traffic around you all of a sudden, and then here comes the nun bus when they're on their way to the
What's
casino to
traffic?
nun bucks.
She knows what pink eye is, not traffic. See, I haven't thought about traffic because other than that, I'm thinking, okay, the only time I'm ever around that many people would be, you know, you guys do the VidCon and very occasionally I'll go down
events.
there. I don't go to sporting events.
Mall.
Concerts.
Very
Concerts.
occasionally. That's what popped in my head was concerts. So I'm assuming you don't get pink eye right away. Like if I catch pink eye from you, it's not like
just like I look over and I'm like, oh damn, here it is.
So look,
I have boogers and all.
I could go to the concert, I could enjoy the concert, and then I come home and have pink eye, and then I don't have to go to work for like 2 weeks.
So
seems like a win-win.
That is not true. You're standing there trying to show your nums to the guy I look from less than a He's all like, that's rocking. Then he does a double take, and you're just fully
no, you don't have instant
pink-eyed. For sure, by the time you get to the tour bus, it's pink eye.
I've never been invited.
I had pink eye for 2 weeks. I had it in one eye when I was in 6th grade. I went to the doctors and they gave me suppositories.
I don't know. Which eye did you tell them was pink?
So they gave me suppositories, and I don't know if you guys have ever played the suppository games. It is not a one-player game. So,
I don't think it's a 2-player game either.
It is. So my friends wanted to help me. I'm in 6th grade. I'm like 11 years old, and my mom had to help me out. And like all I could so she'd give me the medicine, and then it'd go, and then, you know, and I like, and then thump, and then it took a little bit before like my like other mouth would take it. So it was not fun. Like, I had it for 2 weeks. This is not even a lie. I had it for 2 weeks. And then when it was done, it went to the other eye for another week, right? So I had it for a whole nother week. I'm like, there's got to be a shot or something they could give. I went back and they give me pills. And I'm like, I'm in 6th grade. So it's, you know, I it was the first time I'm like, you guys could have like, somebody played a trick on me. Right.
You know you can say no to a suppository because I had bronchitis.
I didn't know.
I told them like I was coughing so much I was throwing up, and they said we can give you a suppository, and I said no, thank you.
So here's the kicker: I got pink eye. My mom stays home from work and helps me, you know, because somebody's got to feed the machine. Then I get pink eye again, and she stays home. And then after that, she got pink eye, and I remember in my head going, "I ain't returning the favor." I am not returning the favor. So yes, I did have pink eye, one eye, then my mom got it. It was no fun at all. It was blurry and just like it sucked. Yeah.
So are you saying you would not take? We're totally off track now,
right?
Not take the $1 million.
You know, not because, you know, my mom's like 83 now, so she's like kind of in the Betty White status, and I am not having Betty White giving me any more.
You don't have to have suppositories.
Yeah, but the only like experience I've had with it came with, you know, a quarter machine. So I will gladly not take the $1 million to not have to deal with the way that I got rid of my pink eye. True story. I mean, look at I'm deadpan face. True story.
Well, we know it's a true story.
True story.
So is that a no from everybody on that then?
Amanda says, "Oh no, now my eye hurts and itches. I'm not coming over and helping you out."
Don't touch it.
Yes. Yes. Oh, flash. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, KK pointing out they got eye drops for pink eye.
Maybe they weren't invented and it would be 78,
You're not
88.
that old.
It was 1989.
The doctor just hated you. Or your mom really wanted to put things in your butt. I don't know.
I know. Maybe they're like, do you want to get back at him? Boy, do I. So yeah, I honestly I don't know why. I'm gonna have to ask my mom.
You should.
I should text her and ask her. All right.
What are you gonna ask her? How she enjoyed that?
No, like what was the deal with that? Like how did that, you know,
Who signed you up?
Yeah, like how did that transcript go down?
She'll be like, you remembered that completely wrong. Here's what really happened.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Nick, hello, children, and he's like, looking. He's like, oh, just give them these. They're Tic Tacs. They weren't even like, they were just Tic Tacs. I mean, why did it take so long for it to go away?
Kathy pointing out that they did have eye drops then.
you're gonna have to text her and ask her and then get back to me. All right. Here we go. I gotta shake this one off. $1 million, but every time you hear music, you burn the roof of your mouth like you just ate scalding hot pizza.
Oh, nope. That's a no from me. I like music too much and I hate the feeling of a burned mouth. There's no way.
Oh.
That's an easy one. That's definitely a no.
That's a no for me.
Steve, it's $1 million. Jess and I were just talking the other day, I think in the CC Mouse podcast about, was it? Oh yeah, we were talking about like, why do we slurp tea? And then we were talking about drinking it too fast and burning your mouth and getting cat tongue, where everything, your tongue just feels all rough for a few days. Every time you hear music. See, because I can't control the music. So we live like in the ghetto. Can we say that? Did that word count? No, Gilman just said it's good. We live in the ghetto. So like the back and forth across the street here.
The motorcycle guy blaring music.
Everybody's got the trunk of funk. Everybody's got their motorcycles now where they install the speakers on the outside. Oh, and they're clean. Oh, you can hear the music.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the brothers got the motorcycles.
Everybody here knows. I'm sure
they're
they've heard
playing
it.
like smooth, like R&B and stuff like that. Or the one time it was the thong song. If you guys remember, maybe I only sent it to Jess or something. It was like years ago. It was, I swear, the guy was at the corner and all I heard was that thong, 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 thong. And like, so, the thong song's playing. And not only do I want to poke my eyes out because of Cisco, I also get, a burnt tongue. So I can't even cuss the guy out. I'll be like, succotash. Because
not tongue, the roof of your mouth, which I think is worse. The roof of my mouth is very sensitive.
Oh, man. Maybe if you lived in the woods where you could control the music, but I can't control it out here. That's a no for me. I don't need the money that bad.
No's all around on that one.
That's an easy no.
That's an easy no.
$1 million, but every time you hear the national anthem, your car gets towed.
How often do I hear that song?
Steve, you're like, what? Does it specific? It says the national anthem, so I mean, that I could do that. I have towing. I have towing on my car, so at least it'd be covered.
And I feel like when the national anthem's coming, like at the beginning of every sporting event, so you can just turn it down, right?
Just plug
like,
your ears.
Unless you're there.
Right. So, yeah, and that would be horrible if you're at a sporting event and your car gets towed.
Well, Steve's even more screwed because when he watches hockey, he'll get the Canadian national anthem and the American national anthem if one of our teams are in his country.
I think only one counts. Only his national anthem.
Oh.
But that's not a song that like somebody driving down with their system bumping is going to be playing. That's not like somebody's jam. So you pretty much only hear it at events.
What do you think, Steve?
I like hockey too much. I can't do it.
Yeah. The only thing
let's think, if I go to a playoff game and the Wings are going deep in the series, we're going to the Cup final. I go game 1 of the Cup final, game 2 of the Cup final. That's 2 times my car is going to get towed.
Right, and you're like, I'm not even going to drive the car there. It don't matter. It gets towed out of your front yard.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There and it's still towed.
Dude, how is it expensive out here? Because we got our car towed one time for having it not parked in the driveway. It was parked in front of our house, right? They towed our car because they're jerks. It was like $230 to get it back. It's expensive. Is it expensive out there?
I think it's like $200 each time.
200 hockey bucks.
Yeah, so $1 million minus like a lot of that. A lot of that is going to be in towing fees.
Right. I don't have to drive to the hockey games. I could take the tunnel bus, which I always do, because to pay for parking in downtown Detroit is a nightmare. But they'll still tow it out of my front yard, right?
They'll still tow it out of your front yard. Yep, you'll get one of those lot lizards. No, wait, that's not what those are. You'll get one of those. You'll get one of those towing dudes to come tow it out of your yard. Here's where I could think it could come in handy, because I could save on gas, because gas is like $4.50 a gallon here. I could just like run out of gas and get out of the car and I could do my best Roseanne Barr, like, oh, say, can you see? Remember when she did the national anthem? They're not going to tow
it where you want them to tow it. They're going to tow it to a tow yard.
It's still like, at least I'm out of trouble, because I've ran out of gas 3 times in my life, and I've had to push my car uphill before, and it sucked.
Both ways in a snowstorm?
No, but it was up this long flat street that was like on this little curve, and me and my friend Ryan pushed my brand new car up up the hill to the gas station. So I
Wait,
could
it
get
was a
this big
brand new
run.
car and you ran out of gas?
Dude, it was that ZX2 that I blew 3 transmissions into. Oh yeah, dude, one time I ran out of gas like 50 feet from my house. I pulled out of the driveway in the morning and it wouldn't start. And I called my friend from the other side of town to come over, who was much smarter than me. He wasn't the brightest kid. And he like looked at the car for a little bit. He's like, dude, you're out of gas. So I've ran out of gas 3 times. We ran out of gas.
It did not occur to you?
You ran us out of gas once too.
One time.
You ran us out of gas, and I had to
But
skate
wait, it
with my
was in my
skates to go get
Mustang
gas.
where the gas gauge was not completely accurate, and I thought I had enough, and we were only a couple blocks from the gas station.
We were about a mile from the gas station. I had to put on my skates, skate to the gas station to get gas, and skate back to it. So
One time, not 3 times.
I just like how I could get a free ride. I can get a free ride out of this. That's what I think of. I think about how I can game the system on that. Hey, what's that mug?
I just baked you some shut the fuck up cakes. Courtesy of Jess, thank you.
I got your cat harem. Look at you have cats on your lap, you have cats on your back, and you want another one every year for your birthday?
I do.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be like one of those people from the circus where they're like like they have the plates and stuff like that. They're riding the bikes around. You're gonna be like juggling cats.
For the record, I had no idea before this that you could even can I ask for a cat for my birthday? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean, you can put it on your Amazon wish list.
I'm gonna do it.
I mean, you can ask. It doesn't mean you're going to get one.
B. Graham. I take the million. The Kiwis don't play the national anthem nearly as often as the Americans. So there you go.
Fair.
You know? Yeah. Here's a question. Okay, Dan, new question. If you don't drive, would it be someone else's car that you know that gets towed, like a family member's car? Yeah, like what if I didn't have a car? Then
you take the $1 million.
Right. Yeah, because that would never be an issue.
Right.
Yeah.
That seems like an easy Squid Game scenario there. All right. What do you got next for us?
All right, $1 million.
Yes.
But every time you burp, you receive a mild electric shock.
It reminds me of The Simpsons. Didn't they do that on The Simpsons where they were shocking each other? Remember that? They were like family therapy
I don't
shocking
think it had
each
anything
other.
to do with burping, though.
Oh, man. Well, let's start with Steve. Steve, you were drinking some brewskis over there. Have you did some like hidden burps there?
No hidden burps, but I worked as an electrician, so I'm used to getting jolted.
Oh, see, that could.
So would you be willing to take one every time you burp for $1 million?
Yep, I'll do it.
But sometimes you can't control the burp.
Right,
You
but
get
it's
shocked.
mild.
Yeah, but what if I'm making whoopee and then I had pizza or something earlier and then I burped during it and
Well, then
I'm
you're
like,
done making
"Ah."
whoopee, let me tell you that.
The girl's like, that's the best. Whoa.
I was going to say, maybe it's an enhancement.
We're talking like a static shock, right?
It says mild. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so like
I would say slightly more than static. More like
No
when I was a
problem.
kid and my parents would make me plug in the pool filter that was laying in a puddle of water, and then I would get just a little bit.
Is that what's wrong with you?
Probably.
What do you think, Jess?
I don't even like static shock feeling. So I don't know. That one's harder for me.
Man, we can shut things down here with static shock, Jess. If you come to my house, you're gonna hate it. I'll stand up and I'll touch the keyboard and all the LEDs just go blank for a minute until they come back.
read
No, I
Brittany's
don't-
comment.
I don't like that feeling.
Linda
just
said
like-
short shock for short burp, long shock for long burp. Yeah, is it going to last the duration of the burp, or do you just get one for every burp?
I used to stick knives and forks in electrical sockets as a kid. Are you serious? What the heck?
It's a little horrible.
I don't think I've ever static shocked anything in Michigan. But you guys were nice to me. You guys turned on the humidifier when I was there.
Yeah. We had it off during the whole stream that we did, and it's really cold outside again. So as soon as we were done, we were cleaning stuff up, and I don't know, I leaned over and I touched Memphis, and right away I told Jamie, I'm like, you got to turn that thing back on. I don't like that feeling. I don't. No. So I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
Crystal?
Not for $1 million.
I could do it either. I also get annoyed by the mild zap shocks.
I like the sounds of it. It's like crack. And one time I felt like Electro. I could see it coming off my finger. But everything gets screwed here. Seriously, it shuts the computer down. It just goes whack.
We get
the
due to
poor
the lack
cats.
of humidity, we get a lot of zapping.
What about when Mooch was a kitten? Tell that story.
And he walked up to our metal bed frame and touched his nose to it and zapped himself and instantly peed.
It just instantly peed everywhere. It was all
His
crack.
bladder just let loose.
Yeah, crack, pee. So there's this light right behind my head right here. This little light right here, right? So this is a heat lamp light. that's back there, and I unscrewed it because it was like wobbly. So I unscrewed the bulb out of there and I stuck my finger in there because inside underneath there's this like little flap, right? So I'm like, what the heck is this? So I stick my finger in there and then I bent it to pull it up and I was all derp. And so, yeah, so I stuck my finger in the light socket. And that was like, we've only had this thing for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So like, like I'm in my 30s. Like I'm already a content creator at this point. But I'm stuck. I have shocked myself by sticking my finger in a light socket.
Jamie tells a story about when he was a kid and there was broken Christmas lights and he thought, he was going to fix them because that's what he does. And so he knew that the wires were separated and he was just going to put the wires back together. So he put the wires in his mouth to strip the wire.
And that's when he learned to unplug things first.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought Operation was bad, which the new Operations are bullcrap, man. Did you guys ever play Operation as a kid?
I have Simpsons Operation downstairs.
So even the Simpsons Operation, it doesn't work like the old Operation does, where you're completing a circuit, it's all and it doesn't shock you, but it makes the rattle noise. It's just like LED just lights up and makes a buzzing noise. So even that, as a kid, like I feared that game a little bit. You bought us a zapping game when we first had our apartment, where you held on to the little things and it was like roulette and it would stop.
Yes.
Yeah, did you have that? We had that and none of us wanted to do it, and
I wouldn't do it.
We ended up getting rid of it.
Yeah, you and Chris played it once.
And we were done.
And we have photos, like there's photographic evidence, and then we sold it.
I don't know what.
Nobody wanted
the
to
new
do it.
one now is a little finger in the thing, and it just roulettes there and shocks your finger. That's a glutton for
because they
punishment.
realized the other one was much worse.
Yes, it depletes the batteries, but yeah, it does.
So regarding the question, I'm going to go with no, because I feel like at first it'd be like, haha, that's funny. After like a year, how annoyed are you going to be every time you burp? Like, oh, come on. No, it's too annoying.
No, because I'm going to forget. Steve's all about, he's like, bring
I'm
it on.
doing it. $1 million. Give me the money. Show me the money.
I just inside burped right now. So that's a no for me, because I'd be like, burp. No.
Is that like a stealth burp?
Yeah. Nope. I can't do it. Okay. Next question.
Go for it.
All right. $1 million, but every time you hear a car honk, you become a juggalo.
Face makeup? That one's for you, by the way.
I'm going with a hard yes.
Hard yes.
You live on a busy street.
And we'll get back to me on that. Oh, wait, a car horn? A honk?
Every time you hear a car
Shit, because
honk.
you know why? I changed my mind. You know why? Because out here, they narrowed everything to one lane. And we had like 2.5 lanes. They made it all one lane. Then there's a lane of nothing. And then a bike lane, right? So everybody's been doing the jerk move where they're just driving that bike lane and cut it off. And how many angry horn honks do we hear now out here?
All day long.
All day long. So yes, you're right. I would just be getting out of the shower. I'd be powdering, and I'd be putting on my pawns. I just got out of my Calgon bath. And then bam, next thing you know, I'm at the dark carnival, full juggalo makeup on.
You gotta wash it all off to start your
Right.
day, and then the horn honks again.
Yeah. There's you guys want to hear my juggalo name, my juggalo screen name in the late 90s.
Oh yes.
There's
please.
there's Violent J and there's Shaggy Too Dope. I was Dan Too Broke.
You're still Dan Too Broke.
Yeah, I was Dan Too Broke.
It looks like Blake wants to weigh in on this one.
$1 million, you can just move away from the street, right?
That's a valid point.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
still, like I could just see like somebody would like import some car honking or something just to mess with me.
I just go outside. and
You'd
honk
see
the
me at the
horn.
supermarket
every
or something.
time I lock my car, it honks.
It
It's not
honks.
like a ding; it's a horn honk.
Right, I'd be holding all the stuff from like the Costco or whatever, and I'd be coming in the house, and then I kick the door shut with my feet, and then next thing
We'd
I
be
know,
going to the store and I'd lock my car, and you'd get
Yeah.
full face makeup.
Yeah.
Headphones on.
next thing I know, 2 liter of Fago. Oh my god! I think I sent you my juggalo picture the other day, and when it came back up again, I sent it to you guys in the chat of me in full makeup. I drove 8 hours to Phoenix. 8 hours, 6 hours to Phoenix to see an ICP concert. We left at noon. We got there right when it started, and in the car, I had to hold the steering wheel so we could switch seats, so we could put our juggalo makeup on in the mirror of that same white car to go to a Biohazard Snoop Dogg opening for Insane Clown Posse in Phoenix. And then we drove back in our car makeup and got halfway back, too tired, slept it off, and the rest of the makeup was all over the inside of my car.
Wilton says she could do it. She used to listen to ICP.
Yeah, but now like
But
that's
do you,
just
as an adult, as a full-grown functioning adult, do you want to bust out in full makeup?
And it's so mundane of just like the kid's got its little bicycle with the thing on it and the little bike horn, and then just, you know.
No, it's a car honk.
Oh, it's got to be a car
Yes.
honk? Okay. Oof. Okay. So that's a yes.
That's a yes.
$1 million. Yeah, because I like the gimmick in front of the camera. It'd be pretty funny.
I'm going with no. I have sensitive skin.
That's true.
There's no way I could do full face makeup.
You would just have to live in the. You would just have to keep honking the horn, just living in the Juggalo makeup.
just to constantly cover it.
What about you two?
I would say no. I honk the horn too much.
Right? Yeah, every time you honk your own horn.
Yeah, why didn't you, Steve? Why didn't you honk the horn at that fool? He cut you off.
Would you do it, Steve?
We don't honk the horn as much as you guys do over
Yeah,
there.
you guys are too nice.
What do you do
Nice.
then? Like, you know, oh, sorry, eh? Like, are you apologizing?
You flip them off. But...
You
Okay.
wave. You just don't use your whole hand.
Jess, did you notice that when you went to Canada that people don't honk as much?
Yes. Yeah. I did actually.
We don't honk that much, so I'd do it. $1 million, I'm in.
But here's the scenario, Steve. We go out on a date. It's nice out. We have
You're going
romantic.
on a date with Dan, eh?
We have romantic time. The lights are low, you know, and then sometime during the night, a car goes by and honks the horn. You guys are both sleeping, and then you wake up the next morning, and then you got Juggalo paint on. Like, how do you?
But so do you, so it's no problem.
Who's me to honk the horn? But you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Though, like, now you have to wake up the next morning and explain that away while you're washing it off. You know, so okay, all right.
There's a super chat there for you, Dan.
Oh, super chat from Brittany. Thank you so much. I put a photo of you in ICP makeup in the group. Is that public? That exists publicly?
It must.
It will now.
We screenshotted it for just this occasion.
Is that what it is? Well, you know, when your life's on the internet. What's up, Blake?
I was thinking, ask if there was a plan for dinner or if I could eat something.
Oh, you want some more of that roast beef stuff?
Yeah, I was just gonna have the pulled pork stuff.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, go for it. And there's buns and stuff there. Maybe tomorrow will be unaffected enough to go to the store or something.
All right, guys. $1 million, but every time you laugh, your clothes disappear. The clothes you are wearing disappear.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, not your clothes in your closet. The clothes that are on your body disappear every time you laugh. And then I would assume when you're done laughing, they would come back again.
No.
You know what?
You laugh entirely too much.
Jess, every single one of the end of your clips, every
Right?
single one of the end of your vlog clips is laughing. To the point where even when I was editing the podcast and audio version only, and you see the spikes, Jess's laughs is like a Christmas tree. It's big, big, small, 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 small. Like you could take one and turn it sideways and put ornaments on it, and it's a Christmas tree. And I would see them all through just the audio version. I could just see it all the time. Jess laughs. Every single last one of your clips that I edit has laughs in it.
I think I told you the story. I don't know if I told it on the podcast or not, but I was at City Hall one time and I was upstairs at a city council meeting and I was talking to somebody, third floor. I was talking to somebody and whatever was going on, I was laughing about something and my phone goes off and it was Jamie's sister. And she goes, "What are you doing at City Hall?" And I'm like, "How do you know I'm at City Hall?" She goes, "I'm in the basement. I can hear you laughing." She was in the basement and she heard me. She's
Your
like,
laugh
"I can
is
hear
very
you."
distinct.
You're like the Joker. And right now, we'd all be naked. And everybody,
Yeah.
you'd,
It's all straight.
yep, you'd see my little nipples. But yes, I don't know anybody that laughs more than you, Jess. I really don't.
I can't help it. It just happens.
What about you, Steve? I feel like you could probably keep a straight face.
Yeah, but then I'd be out somewhere and I'd open the group chat and you're going to send me a video of putting on Juggalo makeup and I'm going to start laughing.
Right. You laugh around other people. It's not like you mostly sit in your house by yourself laughing, so it's not a big deal. You laugh because somebody did something to make you laugh. So
Or
you
just
laugh
even
with people.
just even a car going by honking the horn, knowing that I'm gonna be in Juggalo makeup. That's all it takes. And then boom, I'm in Juggalo makeup. You're in the nude with all your taco meat on your chest, and just like that's it.
Taco
All it
meat.
takes for you, Dan, is Turd Ferguson.
It's turned me.
Chris says, "Give me the money. I'm happy being free." And we know he usually doesn't have pants on, so he's
Right.
all about that.
Yes, you could. Yeah, you'd be overdressed at the nudist colony, and you're like, no problem. Whoa, you just punchline, and it's the aristocrats, and then boom, like I'm just in the buff. You said no.
It would not work well for what we do, so I'm going to go with no.
Right.
We laugh a lot.
I hate being naked. I feel like I look like Mr. Burns when
Not.
Marge painted that picture. I feel like that.
You do have chicken legs, but it's not very
So
Mr. Burns.
I don't. Yeah. So I'm gonna go no with that. I really don't like being naked. Like when nobody's home and stuff. Like I gotta be fully clothed. I don't like it at all. There is no way. I mean, I see what the cats do when they sit on the counter. I am not. I gotta have clothes on.
I think that was a no from everybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got another one here.
Yep.
Anybody in the chat say yes?
Chris
Said yes. Okay.
Chris also says that it would work well for addressing me. It would work well for what we do. It just opens up a different audience and additional income streams.
Right?
Yeah, wrong website.
only
Wrong
dance.
website.
Time only dance.
That would work. Yeah, but see, like, what if I'm like closing the fridge and I laugh, and then all of a sudden my bits are there and they get slammed on the fridge? Like, I see that. I don't. You know.
That's how you end up with the beans inside the fridge.
That's right.
I think Blake just said that Dan was overconfident with that statement.
I mean, I'm not an innie, but like, you know, I'm a grower, not a shower. That's for sure. Okay.
Nice, Mike. Nice.
Oh my gosh. All right. $1 million, but whenever someone compliments you for 1 hour, everyone in the city you're currently in will stop at nothing until they've hugged you. Okay, so do these stack? Like, what if I laugh and then somebody
No,
compliments you, like,
separate
whoa,
scenarios.
that's huge, and then it's like, oh, here's the hugs. Okay. So $1 million, but whenever somebody compliments you for 1 hour, everyone in the city you're currently in will stop and at nothing until they hug you.
That's a no from me. I am not a hugger.
You don't like any touch.
I do not. Doesn't happen at this job, but at my last job, like whenever we do a good job and like people are really happy with their shirts, some people would just want to hug me to the point where one of my coworkers was like, "Do you have a sign on your back that tells people to hug you?" Like, I don't know why people feel compelled to hug
Really?
me.
Are you at the t-shirt place? Like, you
Yes.
just put words on t-shirts and they want to like give you a hug?
Women especially. I don't know that it ever happened with men, but women love to hug. Just like as a general rule, women love to hug. And they would just like want to hug me.
I'm a
I don't
hugger, but
to
like
hug.
I'm not like hugging the dry cleaners.
Well, some people do. Some people like consider that a compliment as a job well done, and I am not a fan.
I
will
like
hug
hugs.
people I know. I'm not, overly willing to hug, but if people want to hug, I'll hug them. But I'm
What-
not a hugger.
Right. Okay. What about you, Jess?
I mean, there's like 10,000 people that live in my city. That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. There's a couple 100,000 here. Ugh. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
you
that'd
guys
be a
would be
long
really
time.
screwed.
Yeah.
I would
Some
probably
people
say
don't
no.
Well, what about this, Jess? What about just like everybody, like where you're at? Like you're in the mire. There's probably 100 people in the mire.
And it's only for an
Or-
hour. So once
I
that
mean, I
hour's
usually get a hug every time I go to Meyer by somebody anyway. It's normally George.
okay. If you can avoid being hugged for that hour, then you're off the hook.
Right. That's true.
And it's only when someone compliments you. I mean, I don't get complimented all that often, but
See, Jess does though. Like we go to the gas station, then like the guy's like, "You're that dog lady in the newspaper." So,
Dude, I
like,
was at the chiropractor's office and I walked out of the room and a guy looked at me and went, You're that girl from YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, that girl from YouTube with the dogs. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, my daughter watches you. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. See,
And then I
so
talked to this guy for 30 minutes while I was trying to leave the doctor's office.
Jess would have it bad.
Yeah.
Jess would have it really bad.
yeah.
I
It's a no
couldn't
for
put
me.
my hair up.
I would never get anything done.
Yeah.
Right.
I couldn't put my hair up.
Every time somebody said
oh
you
my
had
gosh.
cool hair, then
It's
everyone's trying to hug
everywhere
you.
we go. So I would be stuck. And it's the elderly people and like the big mamas that they love to compliment my hair. So I would be getting pounced on for real. Like that girl from David Dobrik that would like sit on everybody. Like I'd be getting one of those. So I'm thinking no for me. I do like hugs though.
But everybody in the whole city is going to try to hug you. They will stop at
Try.
nothing to hug you. Yes.
Try, yeah.
For an hour.
So it's going to be like
Just
a
have
zombie
to avoid everybody
apocalypse.
for an
Just
hour.
word around.
What about you, Steve? You're Canadian. All Canadians are nice. Like, you know, there could be nice hugs.
I got a 4x4 truck, my friend.
You'll be running them all
Yeah,
over.
so you're going to just
I'll take that money and I'll just pedal the metal.
poor man, people are just getting like left and right. Dude, don't say anything nice to that guy or else we'll all die. Hey. Oh, right.
B. Graham must live in a really small town. Says, I get like 6 hugs. I'm okay with that.
See.
I don't want most of the people in this town. Like, again, I'm okay sometimes hugging, but if most of the people in this town came and tried to hug me, no. We're talking strangers.
But what about a
And it's a
compliment in the chat?
pandemic.
Like we're doing a live stream now and you get a compliment in the chat. Then
Right.
like,
And then everybody comes and tries to hug me.
I mean, they're coming through the windows and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah,
No,
I'm going
no.
with no on that one too. Steve, what was that for you? Was that a yes because you have your truck?
Yeah, I'm going to take the money.
Yeah, but see, even right now, I'd be like, dude, nice tits. And then like, boom, and they come through the window.
Hang on, is this like zombie apocalypse people trying to hug me or just
They
like...
will stop at nothing, it says.
Yeah. So you know how these people are, you know?
For 1 hour.
For 1 hour. You just have to avoid people for an hour every time you get complimented.
You just have to look scruffy all the time like Pigpen.
I don't get complimented that often, but...
Aw, do you need us to say nice things?
Oh.
Was that a cry?
Watch out, people will just come.
Cry for help. Come on.
He was because I got mace.
Yeah, Steve, you could beat him. You could beat him off. You have your hockey stick, right?
Do I?
Beat them off. That's what I'll do.
No, I mean,
Beat them
No,
all
it's
off.
just a hug, Dan. Just a hug.
I meant like beat them off of you, like boom, 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 boom.
Like that?
That's how he fights. They have siblings.
I mean, it could go good or bad. It just depends how tall they are. Okay, that's a no.
All right,
For,
ready
that's
for
a
the
no
next
for
one?
me. That's a no for me.
$1 million, but if you step on a crack, you become a full-blown mime for an hour.
I'm always jumping the cracks though. Like I'm always jumping the cracks.
And the painted lines on the ground.
I am, yeah. I'm like Patrick Waugh. I'm always hopping the lines and not stepping in that red box.
The arbitrary red box.
I didn't step in that red box for over a decade. There's this red box outside the Walmart, and that's where you can solicit and do stuff in that red box and sell your puppies.
Is that what that's for?
That's what that's
I don't
for.
think that's what that's for.
You're supposed to stand in there if you want to do Girl Scout cookies and stuff like that. That's what. The red box
But they
is for.
bring a table.
And I would
That's what
not.
it's
Crystal would try
for.
to shove me in this box. It's right outside the Walmart door. It's pretty big size box, and you'd always try to shove me in it. And for over a decade, I would not step in that box. I'd walk around it and stuff like that.
Right.
So I could do it because sometimes I'd want to be a mime.
So you can totally step.
Look, I'm a broken mime. my mime wall's broken, but
I feel like that's another one that's easy enough to avoid. You can avoid stepping on cracks.
you see me tune into it.
Yeah, we're all watching.
Okay. Anyway. Well, what do you think, Jess?
I would probably say no. Knowing some of the places that we hike, I think it would be completely unavoidable.
That's true. Jamie would have to carry you like Robin
Right?
all the way to where you're going. You just have to Yoda on his back. Oh, that's a good point. $1 million isn't worth that, but there is no hoverboard. You can't even buy technology for $1 million to keep you from stepping on the ground, huh?
Nope. We're around too many rocks.
You'd have to get in one of those like scooters.
There's a crack in the floor of my garage.
See, so you didn't even make it out the door to go order to get food. Like I couldn't get Culver's because I couldn't order shit.
Right?
What about you, Steve?
Yeah, I have like 3 cracks from my front door to the road, and then there's cracks in the driveway over here. I wouldn't get anything done ever.
Freedom.
Yeah, but it's like you paid hopscotch your whole life.
Right.
Not to
I
mention
don't-
when I'm walking the dogs, like if I step on a crack, if they pull me a little harder, then I got to stop in mine for an hour. They're not going
Yeah,
to.
and your mama's back's broken. So, but what about this, Crystal? On the ground, where each one of these little like floorboards are put together.
I don't
there's
think that's considered a crack. That's a seam between the floorboards. I don't think that's I think I could avoid cracks.
Well, like then maybe, because like the cracks I'm talking about are expansion joints and concrete.
Right, that's not a crack.
Okay.
I think
I
it's.
wouldn't consider that a crack.
I think no for me because I'm stupid and
You would pay attention.
I just don't.
I always watch where I'm walking. Like, I'm obsessive about looking down when I'm walking. And to be honest, one of my little quirks is kind of avoiding stepping on cracks anyway. So I think I could do it.
And
I would
and
take
if you did, it'd only like shut you up for an hour. So
you'd be okay with that. And we'd have $1 million, Dan.
But when you become a
Yeah.
mime, full blown mime, that's teetering on the line of juggalo.
Would I have to be face makeup and like
It says full blown.
Full blownsies right there.
full blonsies?
Full blown's mimes.
I'm okay with it.
Mimes creep me out. I love that they can do it and stuff like that. But when I see the mime, like the mime that would show up to David Dilbrick's videos and stuff like that, he creeped me out to the point where Blake and I went down to see Jason Nash on stage and all of them that were there, and they brought the mime with him, and he was annoying as heck to look at. Like he was just up there just like, because you can't see, there's no punchlines.
Right.
There's no punchline, so he had to like do his bits the whole time, and he's only got like 2 minutes worth of bits, kind of like me, and then they start over again.
Speaking of bits,
They start over again, so like it's annoying to be a mime. I love their commitment and how they can do like the fake things, but that would be annoying. What if I stepped on a crack during a live stream? I'm screwed. Then I'm fighting people.
You'd have to learn to run with it.
That's true. That's a 50-50 for me. I don't know. It would be fun for a minute.
But you got to do it for an hour.
half an hour.
It's like 59 minutes
An hour.
longer than 1 minute.
That was a long time.
And then it's not like you poof back. Like I still got to go juggalo off my makeup. I'm going to go with no on that one,
No?
even though I might regret it.
This is only a hypothetical scenario, Dan. He's kicking himself later for not taking the $1 million.
Oh yeah.
You'll be going to bed later. He'll be like, I should have said yes.
I'll be laying in bed later. Like, what's wrong, Dan? It's that mime.
I couldn't.
Should have took the damn money.
Should have taken the money. Oh, my turn?
You want to watch him, though? Because he's going to walk on the board.
Topo. He just goes strutting off with his happy. He's got that happy curled tail.
Joel, a couple people in the chat are saying that. Just say no to crack.
Yeah, but the crack you're talking about turns into like junkies. The crack I'm talking about turns into a mime. Slippery slope. First year.
Does the mime always have to be in a box? Do they do other things?
Yeah, they do.
They make like faces, and then because there's really nothing to do, or they're like watching like movies.
That's charades.
Oh yes, it sounds like. Yeah, I've never seen them do it. They'll like beat off this, like they'll be like doing stuff. Otherwise, I don't know. I think they're always just in a box,
Doesn't sound very
or they're
exciting.
climbing air ladders.
How do they make a career out of just being in a box?
They'll never tell. Okay,
I see what you did there.
here we go. $1 million, but whenever you stand in a line, your teeth are completely black.
I could do it because whenever I'm in line, I'm not smiling, so no one would even know.
You're not smiling outside the line.
Fair, but especially not in a line.
But that's easy. Your teeth are completely black. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna do that.
Oh.
I don't have lines.
Brag.
Not only do you not have lines, how come in your town where you don't have lines that she's got this thing where she just like picks up the item and zaps it and puts it in her bag, and like she can just walk out the store pretty much and it's already done and paid for. Like we don't have that. Yeah, right? So like you do your own checkout through your phone and you just pay right there, and then you like pretty much just walk out the store.
Yeah, it's called shop and scan.
Yeah, we don't have that
feature.
yet in a town where we have literally 10 times more
That's because
people
everybody's
than you.
shoplifting here.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's probably why. Now, to be fair, when I do that and I go up to the counter at Meijer, I have to scan the register. I have to go to self checkout, scan the register, and like 1 out of every 5 times, maybe an associate has to come over and scan like 3 to 5 items from my bag to make sure I didn't steal anything.
What do you think, Steve?
This one's stumping him.
I mean,
Well,
it's just black teeth.
I have a scenario for but it's gonna look like no teeth. So
I'm just trying to think of like every possible scenario where I wouldn't want that to happen in a line.
It doesn't say that when you get like to the counter or whatever's at the front of the line, they would still be black. Just when you were in.
Hang on, when you're at the front of the line, you're still in a line.
That's true.
But I'm no longer in line when it's my turn.
Mhm.
I'm done being.
No, the line's just
done-
behind
You're
you.
still in the line.
You're just
You're
at the front of the line.
it.
I missed that day of school of like where the line ends and then you're next.
The
But
transaction
think of this,
begins.
Steve. You and I are at the hockey game. We're in line for a beer. I turn around and I'm like, dude, are you trying to give me a gummer? And you're like, because it's all black. And it just looks like he's ready to give me a gummer. And it's like, it's the second period, you know? The horn hasn't honked yet.
Yeah, you got to wait till the third period for that kind of stuff.
Yes, that is true. But yeah, so there's
gonna say-
scenarios like that.
I'm gonna say no because I'm gonna eventually regret it. I'm sure.
But then after that, your teeth come back.
Right. Brittany pointing out that it doesn't really matter because we wear masks like in public anyway now. So you can just put your mask on.
That's true. Steve,
And I will forever wear a mask because I'm all about not getting people.
and you could just grow, you know what, Steve, you could just grow your beard hair more over your mouth. Yeah, you could just Jumanji. Yeah, you could Cthulhu it, or just Jumanji your face.
Cthulhu. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with a no. Sometimes I cut my beard off.
That's true. I'm going with yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Me too,
I'm going
because
with yes.
just to freak out the little kids in line. I'll be in line at the Discovery Zone waiting for the ball pit. I'm like, They're gonna be like, no, not
What's scarier, you doing that or showing your black teeth?
black hole. Yeah, but it would just look like a black hole. Like,
Is that what you think black teeth?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it'd be good for people like Gary Busey. You know, with his big old teeth, you know.
Take the shock off.
You said you were okay with it?
I would be okay because I'm going to forever wear a mask in public anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Huskies in the Hatch wants to know if these are subtle shots at Canadians or what.
Oh,
yes, always.
That's
Always.
right.
I'm Canadian, so
Yeah, sorry, Huskies in the Hatch. She's also Canadian.
She is.
Yeah, she's a Vancouverite.
Yep.
What do you call the people from Vancouver? A Vancouveran? A Vancouvian? Vancouverites.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody asked for husky periods. I don't think they meant my dogs, but too bad.
No, mine are sleeping.
My husky Topo's walking around the house.
Memphis is like broken in the doorway.
Huskies in the Hatch says yes, it is Vancouverites.
Yes, Vancouverites.
Or Vancouveritis, like it's contagious.
Hey, only if you're a Canuck fan.
Oh my gosh.
Which I believe they are. All right.
$1 million, but every time you sit on a toilet, a stranger must hold your hand while you use the restroom or you cannot go.
No.
Absolutely not.
It's a no from me.
It's hard because then like everybody
You're right, it would be.
well, it's hard because everybody would know I sit down to pee.
We all already know that.
But
Yeah,
then
I'm pretty sure everybody knows.
I'm tucked now, so like my bits wouldn't be showing. It wouldn't be that bad. But like,
Even after you ate that hot chip.
Oh, that's
Every
true.
time you sit on a toilet.
I don't
What
mind.
about that one time that your toilet was broken?
That's right, because then somebody'd have to hold my hand while I was pooping in that box. And I mean, at least there was a witness, and it wasn't that far off the road, so people were driving by in the car. And you know that my town's flat; like you can see that I live in a desert town. So, you
I
know,
don't know if you told this story publicly, but here you go.
yeah, that's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's
I
all
just-
there is to the story.
Yeah. If you were driving by and the sun was in your eyes, because it was past noon, so you would have looked over and just saw what looked like to be a large cat in a litter box. It just,
I don't think that's what it looked like. Although in this town, I don't think that image would have been very shocking.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
out there.
so, but at least I would have had a partner in crime doing it. But I don't get to pick my stranger, right?
No.
It could
No.
be like an elderly person. It could be a child.
Would either of those be better than another option?
No, but
Or
like
worse?
I couldn't pick. So
No,
it
just be a
could
stranger.
be a child or it could be an elderly person.
Yeah, still no.
The whole chat's filled with no's.
No.
Nobody's taking $1 million on this one.
Yeah, I don't. Hold on.
Joel says Dan would struggle with this. You don't have to look at him. You don't have to make eye contact.
Yeah, but what am I going to look at the ground? It's rude.
Who poops like that?
I think I'm going to go with no on this one. That might keep me up later. Yeah, that might keep me up later. All right. $1 million, but every full moon, all your technology is replaced with the Flintstones style technology.
No.
How often do full moons happen?
Every 28 days, I believe it is. I think it's a
No,
28 day
full
cycle.
moons.
Are you trying to make a joke here?
Thank you, Jess. No, really, though, that's it. Because like sometimes it's like there's like a couple days where the moon looks super big in the sky.
No, but it's only all the way full for one night.
It's round. Okay.
And then it's waxing or waning.
So like once a month.
Roughly.
So like once a month, all your technology is replaced with Flintstones style.
So one
technology.
night a month, you would not have functional technology.
Jess, you
like
use
no garbage disposal.
You
There's
use
just gonna
technology more than any of us. Like
It would easily be a no. I have a hard enough time when we go camping and I don't have an internet connection. Like, for me, it's no.
you would still have the internet connection, but it would turn into like a pterodactyl.
The Flintstones had pterodactyl internet.
I am I rely way too much. I hate technology, which you guys know, but I rely on it way too much.
What about you, Steve?
This is another one where it's like, I think I could do it, but then I don't know. There's just like so much uncertainty that, like, my toilets turn into Flintstone style toilets too.
Yeah, I mean it'd probably be a hippo mouth, like You'd have to use a hippo mouth.
That's considered technology, I guess.
Oh yeah. No, it just everything would pretty much turn into like the Flintstone stuff.
Right.
I mean, they did have a television, but like
So you wouldn't have your lights wouldn't work. You would have no. It would be like the power going out. What would you do?
That's what I was thinking at first. Like, oh, I just read a book
the
that
The
night,
Flintstones
but
had
I wouldn't
power
have
though, because
light.
they watched television. Remember, he would change the channel, and like the thing would open on the remote control, and the little bird would fly out and press the button.
And wouldn't your books disappear because your books would have been printed using technology?
It would have turned into the slates, the stone slates that you had.
Right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did turn into the 12 Commandment stones.
Yeah, still no. Still no.
Is there?
Then if I want to drive over to Tim Hortons and get some Timbits, like, that's not going to happen.
You've got to get to do yourself.
No, there won't be a Tim Hortons.
The other day, Steve had car issues. Like his car wouldn't go into like go, and I just sent him this Flintstone emoji of. And I got nothing back. No laugh emoji. He's probably like, fuck you. I just sent Flintstone gif to him of Barn era Fred running.
No, I laughed at that, but I was trying to figure out why it was doing that because I was just like so dumbfounded. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, so that's is that a no for you?
That's a no for me.
Crystal?
I'm going to go with no. I think I'm still too dependent on technology.
I'm 100% yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. There was nothing better in the Flintstones than the genius who came up with that part. I don't know what they were smoking back then. Oh, it was the Winston cigarettes, right?
Yes.
You know, you guys remember he'd open up the shower curtain and the hairy elephant would be like spraying water on him.
Mammoth?
Right, yeah. And then he'd open up the garbage disposal and it'd be that pig and it'd be like, it's a living. Remember that? It would say that and stuff like that. I think that would be great. When you go to clock in, it was that dinosaur that smashed.
The first time it would be hilarious. Every month. There's no like this happens until you spend all the $1 million.
But you just
like,
get
this is every
you just get their technology. Which, if you guys watch Viva Rock Vegas, which was a sequel, they had like gambling casinos and stuff like that. And you know, I think they would be super cool once a month to have like Flintstone Purge style month with everything happen. T-Rex could deliver my pizza.
I don't think there was pizza delivery back then.
I don't recall, but they still had some sort of stuff. I am in. In this dull, boring world. I'm in. Flintstone me up.
Just for something different.
Send me to Bedrock. Which those movies they filmed right out here, where most of the movies are filmed that are out in the desert. They filmed that movie out here. You could drive on the freeway and just look at this one little part, and you could see right over the little edge of the hill where they had Bedrock. Where they built Bedrock for the movie with John Candy and
Did
Rick
Dog
Moranis?
pointing out you'd get to eat really giant ribs once a month.
Dude, right? The cats would turn into Dino the dinosaur, maybe.
It wasn't John Candy. It was John Goodman.
John Goodman. Oh my gosh, yes, it was John Goodman and Ron Canadian and Rick Moranis.
Yeah, wrong Canadian.
My bad. My bad.
All right, $1 million, but whenever it's cloudy, your actions are narrated by the movie trailer guy.
Wait, say that again?
Whenever it's cloudy, your actions are narrated by the movie trailer guy. Like the whole time
No.
it's cloudy.
But Jess,
No.
you almost get that all the time.
Right?
You
Right?
have Chris Erickson.
I know, and I was literally just thinking about that. Like, I'm like, I mean, it would be Chris's voice. No, and not because it's Chris's voice, because I don't want you narrating my actions all the time. And it's cloudy here a lot.
That's the thing. It's rarely cloudy here.
Yeah, you guys would be you guys would be a lot safer than us. It's, I mean, they call it seasonal depression for a reason. Like, it's cloudy here a lot.
And are we talking like someone is physically following you around, or just the voice is like echoing
In your head.
wherever you are?
Disembodied voice that everyone can hear.
And I can't even try to do. Chris Erickson's got it so nailed that I can't even try to do it for right now. Like, he's just, when we were there carving pumpkins, all of a sudden he would just bust out with the narration of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So imagine I imagine him just popping up and just narrating everything you were doing.
Which
It's
would
like
be
on
fun
your
while you're
shoulder.
like making dinner, but then you have to go to the bathroom, and that's not so fun.
Right. Or making anything else like,
Or
yeah,
you have to go to the
whoopee.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna make whoopee, that's narrated too.
Yeah, not on cloudy days, not happening.
Yeah. You don't want the movie player guy, right? No onomatopoeias out of his mouth.
Dan pulls the crusty sock from under the bed.
In his best juggalo paint. I'm in, dude. I'm in. Yes, I am definitely in. I'll be right back. I am definitely in on that. Don't narrate where I'm going.
Don't narrate where I'm going.
And Dan heads to the little streamer's room, down on the toilet.
Oh my goodness.
My face hurts from laughing.
Mine too.
Are you going to watch hockey?
I am. Are you gonna watch hockey with me?
Well, no, I'm on the live stream, but I will
Hockey.
eventually come watch hockey with you. You want to come say hi to everybody?
Okay. It's toasty.
It is hot here.
Hi.
Do you want to
Hi,
ear?
Jamie.
No.
Do you hear everybody?
Sure. Hi.
He wants to say
Do
hi.
you want to?
What are you
Do
doing?
you want to do? Do you want to do? Ask Jamie that question.
No, don't ask me.
Yeah, ask him.
These are
You
fun.
have to,
Jamie.
it's fun.
All right, you get $1 million, but whenever it's cloudy, your actions are narrated by the movie trailer guy. Would you take the $1 million?
I could probably find a happy median of cloud coverage for that. So. I don't know.
All
Easy
of your
$1 million.
actions- All of your actions are narrated, whether
Every
you're
time it's
eating
cloudy.
dinner or going to the bathroom or
I kind of do that. I kind of do that on my own. I don't know. I might actually do that.
Yeah.
I mean, for $1 million.
So
how
apparently-
many can we rack up? If I can get like 10, I'll go on a huge spree and we'll just have a shitty life.
In a world the size doesn't matter.
So apparently, it's only you and Dan that would take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not very cloudy, is it, Dan? I mean, you deal with that.
That's true, huh? Yeah.
I mean, all right. You have some weird questions. Have fun, guys. Bye.
He's going to
Wanna
watch.
hockey.
He's going to watch hockey.
It's like, this is
Hacky.
why I don't hang out with you guys. What do you say?
You guys are crazy.
Cadbury milk, like treasure chest here. One size has chocolate buttons, and the other one has a surprise toy.
Ooh, can we see what the surprise toy is?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Kinder Egg, but not really at all.
Just poke your finger through it.
I don't have werewolf fingers.
You guys don't even get real Kinder eggs there.
We don't. They're
We don't,
separated.
but somebody sent us real ones, so I do have real ones sitting over there, only because they were imported. But no, we don't have real Kinder eggs.
Surprise! It's from Cracker Jacks.
I don't know.
Okay, you read that while I figure out what
can't.
this is.
I can't Teen Wolf this open. I need your claws. Okay, $1 million, but whenever you use a computer, your shoes get tied together.
My shoes don't have laces, so I'm good.
Nice. It would be mildly annoying, but not.
Just found
Deal
the
breaker.
ultimate loophole of all these questions. That's the easiest way to get $1 million.
Yeah, my shoes. None of my shoes have laces.
Skechers, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I think that would be mildly annoying, but I use a computer all day at work. Like I literally sit in front of a computer, and that's what I do for 8 hours a day. Then I come home and I'm on the computer.
Right.
But at home I'm wearing slippers. I have boots that I wear. I would go with Jess's. I would just get shoes that don't have laces.
Steve?
I work in a factory, so I got to wear safety boots, and that's not really an option. And I have to use a computer every single day. So they do make slip-on safety boots, but they don't. They're not like high risers. They're not like thigh highs. Thigh high safety boots.
Is that a thing?
No, it's not. It'd be cool if it was.
I mean, there's thigh-high safety wear boots. Like, I've seen those.
Safety wear boots?
Yeah, you know. But I don't know. I love your glove. That's
Those a gimmick to get you to keep
that's good. I love it. I would go with no because I'm dumb, and okay. So, and in this scenario, I mean, like, you know, Dan dumb, like, you know, like, so, like, I'm here, I stand up at my desk all day. This desk goes up, you know, this desk goes like so high. Oh my gosh. And then I'm just all over the place.
You would forget.
I would forget, and I wouldn't even buy like Skechers shoes. I'd still keep my inside shoes. And I would just forget, and I would just be falling on my face the whole time.
So can I vote that you take $1 million? Because I would love to see that.
Right. So I couldn't because I can't remember to do it.
That's fair.
Yes.
The surprise was it's stickers.
Oh, it's stickers of planets that maybe I could name, or maybe not.
And space facts.
How many pieces of man-made space junk is in orbit in Earth? Oh, these are like uplifting questions. Roughly 500,000 pieces.
Jeez.
There was this like website you can go to, and you can see all the debris that they've like documented and how it's just flying around out there in the atmosphere. That's crazy.
Space junk.
Over 500,000 pieces in it. These chocolates are good. Anything in the purple wrapper is good. All right, what you got for us next?
$1 million, but every time you see your reflection, an upcoming movie, show, or book that you wanted to see or read is spoiled for you. Every time you see your reflection. Are you looking around for mirrors?
Spoilers are the worst thing. The worst thing ever in my life is spoilers. Like if I could like, oh nope, I'm not going to go down that route. If I could choose to eliminate something really bad in this world or spoilers, I would choose spoilers.
Yeah, you don't even like watching movie trailers because you don't want to be spoiled.
No, because
as soon as he decides he wants to see it,
it's a waste of time. It's stupid. The movie trailer I saw on Disney Plus the other day, it was this animated thing, and she was having struggles and strifes. And then they showed her at the end dancing with the guy for just a second, and like I can tell you've already been made. I can see the movie. I hate it.
Right.
It's a waste of time. Like it's a waste of time, especially in a world where there's so many things. I just can't. I can't deal with it. The excitement's gone, and if there's no buildup, then I don't care. No, no, that's a F no.
Yeah,
keep your money.
It says a reflection?
Every time you see your reflection. So I would guess that would be mirrors, or like when you're walking by a building and you can see your reflection in the window.
So it wouldn't be like if you were, vlogging and you had the camera up. That's not really reflection.
That would not be
a reflection.
Yeah, but
every time you drove your car and you looked in the rear view mirror or the side view mirror.
No.
Oh, I'm short. I can't see
pop up out of the back.
Mirror.
Steve, I see dead people. You're like, hey, back to Blockbuster Video I go.
Nope, you're right. I do look in the mirrors too much. Even though I do have cameras in my car. Yeah, no. Still no.
Yeah, I would go with no, because I have to get ready for work every morning and look in the mirror. So at least once a day, minimum once a day, something would be spoiled.
You just wouldn't. You would just be drawing it on.
How do you think I get ready?
You get that shotgun that Homer Simpson.
No, you have to get the clown face.
No, that's a no for me.
Mm-hmm.
I hate being spoiled as well. I would be disappointed.
Sally said, "Sure, I'd do it."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Foxy Koala said, "I wouldn't care."
Spoiled.
Somebody spoiled. I forget what it was, but somebody spoiled part of Game of Thrones for me, and like at the time I wasn't watching it, and then I started watching it, and I'm like, Oh man, that really sucks.
Then you remembered it like before,
Yeah,
like red wedding spoilers.
Okay, so
I'm pretty sure that's what it was, the red wedding spoiler.
So I was working at the bike shop, and I had bought my tickets for Blake and I think you can buy tickets a month early to go see episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, episode 7 of Star Wars. So this is the new reboot of Star Wars, episode 7, right?
Force
We haven't
Awakens.
seen the further adventures of anything from Luke, Leia, Han, or anything after, since the early 80s, right? So I'm standing at the repair shop, and I work with this jerk named Jacob.
I remember this.
And
Jacob was the worst.
it was the night before I was supposed to go, and the spoilers were coming around about Han Solo dying. And he turns to Jake and says, "Read this out loud." He goes, "Han Solo gets killed in the new Star Wars movies." And I'm like, I was so mad that I was trying not to tear up. I was more livid than anything else in my life. And he thought it was the funniest thing that he spoiled. He didn't spoil this one movie. He spoiled 30 years since I've seen the further adventures of these people, just to see the character I wanted to die, and then I didn't care through the whole movie. I'm sitting in the theater and everybody's crying and sniveling. They're literally crying in the movie theater when he dies, and I'm sitting here like, I was so mad. I was so mad about that part of the movie where I didn't get to enjoy it and cry. Tears of joy, because he's like, it's just the worst. Tears of joy because of it, and that really hurt. Like, I'll never forget that. That really hurt me. Like, I was never like, because me, like, I'm pretty Dory. Like, I don't get too mad. I was really truly upset that happened, that he spoiled that movie for me. That was a lifetime.
Yeah, you're definitely a no. Not taking the money.
Are you back in the moment right now, feeling your feelings?
I'm sorry.
There's a new one there for you.
I'm sorry. You're a jerk, if you're watching. You're a jerk.
For so many more reasons than that, but that's a good reason.
I don't even think from now on to as long as I live, like, will never be a gap that long between. I mean, I made it from 84 to like 2017 or something like that, and all I had to do was make it less than a little bit over 24 hours before I was going to go see it on opening night. I bought the tickets a month in advance, and I got down. That was the Betty White of spoilers. Right down to almost 100. And I got spoiled. All right, $1 million, but every time you take an elevator, you catch a cold.
I hate being sick, but I think I hate elevators more than I hate being sick, and I usually avoid them anyway.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
gonna say,
never
you
take
just
elevators.
take the stairs.
Yeah, I will always find the stairs.
Here's
anyway.
the thing. Do you guys have 2-story buildings in your town?
Me?
Yes, what do you have that's 2 stories in your town that you have to take an elevator?
I think I don't ever have to take any of them. I think we only have 3 buildings with elevators in our entire town.
Are they all like...
But when I go like to Novi, when we go to places like that, we're usually in hotels that have elevators.
That's another one, like the pink eye one, like where there are elevators, you don't want to be sick. You don't want to catch a cold, but
You can still take the stairs though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It is legally mandated that stairs be available. And I've gotten into arguments with people about this before because I hate elevators that much. They're like, "Oh no, there's no stairs." And I'm like, no, legally there has to be. So please show me where the stairs
Crystal will take us stairs because Crystal does not get an elevator. That's right.
I absolutely hate elevators. They terrify me.
She holds on like it's the drop from Disneyland when you go up to that Tower of Terror and drop. She just
I don't like the
holds
feeling.
on to the
I
elevators.
get anxiety. I can't deal with elevators. So it's
It's like a Final Destination thing.
The idea of being trapped in there terrifies me. It's like a claustrophobia, lack of control kind of thing of like, what happens if it stops and I can't get out of here?
That's true. Steve, she
But
had a
you fly in
meltdown.
airplanes.
I've gotten better over time.
Oh, good
but,
point.
Look, if the airplane stops while we're flying in it, chances are I'm going to die. There's no what ifs there. There's no like, oh, I might be trapped in here for a week. No, I'm probably going to die.
Oh, right.
Okay, so we went to Lake Tahoe for a family reunion, and we stayed at this it was like a nice place.
Oh, that was the
But
worst
like
elevator.
the elevator in there was like not OSHA approved. It was like a little cutout hole in the wall with like one cable, and like it like you only hit the button and it like toggled like click, and it took you to the top and down.
It sounded like somebody was in there like pulling
It was
the ropes.
was that bad. Like, even I was like, this isn't cool. Like there's no rail system or nothing in there, but there was no stairs there, right? How
think I
come we
ended up
had-
finding the stairs.
Did you
maybe?
find
I
the
don't
stairs?
remember.
But Crystal does
But I do remember
not
taking that elevator.
take
Very
the elevator.
occasionally, people will convince me, or it's like, oh, the stairs are on the other side of the building, and it's going to take like 20 minutes to get up the stairs and where you need to be. So very occasionally, I will take an elevator. But if I'm going to get sick, if I know I'm going to get sick from an elevator, that's the other thing. Then you're in there with people and like breathing air in small spaces. And aside from pandemic, that's not a thing that I want to do anyway. So
The
I
worst
could avoid it.
elevators are at the LAX airport. They smell like piss.
Everything else.
They really do. In the parking garage there, they really do.
For the record, so do the stairwells.
Yeah, that's true. But you
I
can, at
did-
least in the stairwell, you can see the piss on the wall.
When I went to LA,
for reals, though, you can see the dried up spots on the wall for reals.
I think it was at LAX. I was somewhere, and I did take an elevator because I went to go into the stairwell, and it was in LA, and I pushed the door open, and somebody pushed back, and I was like, "It's cool, I'll take the elevator." Like if they're trying to keep me out of there, I don't need to be in there. Someone's living
Right?
having some sort of something I don't
They
want to
have
walk
Juggalo
into
paint
in there. I don't know.
So Steve, do you have elevators in your town? Like, do you have elevators in your town?
Yeah, we have elevators.
Oh yeah,
I've
but
shown
like,
you pictures of downtown Windsor.
okay, that's true. No, but like in your life, like, are you hitting an elevator?
Yeah, well,
Often?
often no, I never take elevators. But there are elevators that you can take. Like for example, if I were to have been able to go downtown and get my passport in person, which is what I wanted to do, but I wasn't allowed to do, had to mail it in. You can take an escalator up to the passport office level, but that was not an option.
Okay, the reason I ask is in our town, we have the only time you can go upstairs was our mall got a Macy's.
No, Dillard's.
Is it Dillard's in the
It's
mall?
Dillard's.
There's a Dillard's in our mall that you could go up to the second
Dillard's.
floor. Yeah, I know, right?
Do you not have those in Canada?
It sells clothes.
No.
Okay, so in our mall, there's only one of the buildings in our mall that you can go up to the second floor. That's it. The only other time you can leave the ground in my town is if you go to the tallest building in my town, which is a 3-story courthouse.
Yes.
There is
Which-
nothing.
Really?
else
Dillard's
in
has
our
the
town.
only escalator in the entire town because the 3-story courthourhouse does not have an escalator. So we have one escalator in the entire town.
Our town's got hundreds of
in the
thousands of
entire
people.
valley.
In the entire valley. It was beautiful. I was in jury duty on the 3rd floor, and I looked out the window and I could see the tilt of my town. I saw the train coming. I could see the whole train from beginning to end. And I've been here since I was a child, since Star Wars came out. And since before I was spoiled. And I had never seen my town this way. And I had to do it by being on a jury to see everything in my town. It was so cool. It looked like Google Maps.
You were probably excited to be on jury duty, weren't you?
I loved
He
it.
was.
I
He was
loved
so-
it. I loved it. They loved me. They picked me. Like both the lawyers got to be like yes or no, like right, yeah, yes, no, and they both looked and said yes right away. They picked me right away.
I have jury duty like in a couple weeks, and I'm trying to figure out like I think you can get out with COVID, right? I think you can.
Probably.
Because of COVID, I can't go.
I
I have no desire to go.
I absolutely loved it. One time they said come back in a half an hour, and I thought they said an hour, so I was sitting in my car just kicking it, and then my phone rings. And I'm like, hello? And it's the judge on speakerphone on the whole thing. Hey, Dan, where are you? I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought you said 11:30. I'll come back, right? So then here I go into the courthouse, into the courtroom. I open those 2 doors, like the saloon doors, and I walk in, and my seat's down there, and I'm sliding by all the other jury members, sliding by all
with the
people,
mohawk.
full mohawk, full mohawk.
Mohawk.
The guy that was on trial. The guy that was on trial, who didn't, he was super guilty. He just sat there the whole time. He even looked at me and just,
He was shaming
yes, he was shaming me, and he was on trial for
horrible acts.
horrible acts against minors. So he even looked at me and was just like, pathetic.
This man.
Oh yeah, and then as soon as it was over and I got into the jury deliberation room because we can't talk to each other, that's the first thing they said. All right, I gotta know before we start. Dan, what happened that day that you were sitting out there? I'm like, I was just sitting in my car because I thought it was a half an hour more. I was just literally just sitting there. Oh yeah, jury duty was great. I would definitely Pauly Shore jury duty. I would definitely do it again. It was. I thought it was fascinating. That's all.
Did we get answers from everybody on this? I know I was a no with the elevator. What was your final answer?
Steve said something of like, I don't take elevators. Is that true? You also.
Yeah, I'm taking the money.
Oh yeah, then I was a yes. I no on the elevators, so yes, I would take the money. Would
Okay.
you take the money?
Yeah, because I don't mind. I don't care about the elevators. Like, I'll just take stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not-
I'll still say no.
You do usually take the stairs with me.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before you're stuck in one anyway, which I would be okay with.
Your odds decrease significantly if you don't take elevators. Just saying.
Oh, fun fact before we move on to the next thing.
Yes.
Crystal was talking about the stairs and the escalator. There are stairs that you can take all the way up for the CN Tower. You might not know what the CN Tower is, but it's that really tall building in Toronto.
I have-
That doesn't help.
And what's the one in Chicago, the Sears Tower? It's like one of those looking towers.
That's the Willis Tower now.
Is it just a bunch of back and forth like zigzags?
Yeah, okay, so the CN Tower is more like it's kind of like the Space Needle. It's not like an actual building for anything. It's more of a tourist attraction. It's like a concrete spire up all the way, and then there's like a big ring where there's like an observation deck. There's like a restaurant up there and everything, and then there's like another one even higher up where you can go up. You can actually like walk outside on it too. There's like glass floor.
Nope.
Those sound interesting to me. I don't know what I would do on those glass floors. You've seen those, Steve, were like in Chicago and stuff like that, where they're standing on that one glass panel and it's just all the way down to the ground. The Sears Tower has that.
Like
You go,
pops out.
yeah, it pops out. It's like just one little bulb that pops out. Would you stand on one of those?
I did stand on one of those.
See,
I would never.
I might.
The glass is like that thick. It can
It
hold
is.
an
It does
elephant.
not matter.
It
I
is,
have
right?
too much anxiety. Jason asked me the first time I went out there. We drove into Chicago to go see like the Bean and the Married with Children fountain and all that stuff. And he asked, like, do you want to go up and stand in the glass room thing, whatever? No, I am good. That's not something I need to do in my life. I get that it's possible. I get that you probably will not fall and die.
I would
Don't
do
care.
it. My
I don't
heart
need
rate
to
would
do
go
it.
up a little bit just because like that's how you are as a human. Like, oh, that's kind of odd. But I would totally do it.
No way.
No, no, I would do that. I would do that. People, Nancy says, I love the glass floor in the CN Tower.
Couldn't do it. All right. This is a gross one. $1 million, but every time you curse, a cockroach suddenly appears inside your mouth. That's a no from me. I curse entirely too much, and I'm horrified of cockroaches.
No,
No cockroaches in your
No.
mouth?
no.
No.
Dan's thinking about it.
Dan,
We're all
what if it was
hard
a
no.
really, really bright yellow spider?
Oh, forget
What's
that.
the deal with the yellow spider? Did I miss something?
So the yellow spider happened. The yellow spider happened when. So
Allegedly.
you didn't see the spider. You didn't
Okay.
see the spider, right?
I know about Dan's
No, I
alleged
didn't.
stories.
Oh no, just
I
one. No, this really happened.
So
This really
nobody's
happened.
seen the
Allegedly.
spider?
I didn't see the spider.
Here's what happened. So I have this set. So whenever, do you guys remember the very first time I went out to see Jess? When I got there, I purchased winter boots. I purchased we got like winter pants and a jacket and stuff like that because we didn't have that stuff out here. Like it just didn't
You
exist.
can't even buy it out
You
here.
couldn't even buy it. So we put it there. So I left it there. So every time I go out there in the wintertime, I have like boots and stuff, right? So I noticed this time when I finally land, I'm cold in California clothes. I get in her car, and the first thing I do is I just want to put the snow boots on and stuff like that.
Right.
But I noticed like on the bottom of the boots where the tread are, there's like spider webs and like eggs and stuff in there. So I'm like, maybe something's like, where was this at? Like, and just like, oh, it was in the basement. I'm like, oh shit. So then I hop in the front seat. Maybe I think it was the next day. I hop in the front seat and come across the dash of the car was this. I mean, it was pretty fat. It was probably like this fat. For a spider, that's huge for us, right?
Right.
It was this fat. It was a little bit bigger
Like
than
its
that.
body was that
Yeah,
big.
do you remember that big, huge spider the other day that was just
Yes.
out there? It was maybe a tad bit, or that one, but it was all out, right? So it climbs halfway up, it stops. I'm fumbling for a camera or something. I have no words. It looks at me. It
Did
looks
it
at
wave at
me
you?
until I noticed it, and then it climbed in to the front where there was like that, like all of that
The
little
heat vent.
area right there. So it goes down in there, and I'm like, forget a cuss word that, right? Like I have the camera still on record because it's got to have to come out because Jess has got the heater like on. It's gonna have to come out.
Right.
And it was this huge, and it was yellow. It was banana yellow. So then, like, I have the heebie-jeebies. I swear it's coming out of my clothes. I'm like, there's no way that was in your car. Like, you drive your car every day. How would it get in your car? That came out of my basement clothes. So I get to the deli, and I think the deli's closed, and only Greg's in there.
Yeah.
I get to the deli, and I strip back down to the
You did.
boots. I take it off my shoes. I'm swearing there's more in there. There's like, because bananas don't come in ones.
Right.
Greg's trying to reassure him that, he's like, what color was it? And he pulls up a picture. He's like, was it this?
Yeah. So we find what it
Like,
is.
it's
Immediately
harmless.
he says it's not venomous. But what does he know? He didn't read. He just showed me the picture and said it's just fine. He didn't tell. He was just trying to calm me down, right? So,
But nobody saw the spider but you.
Nobody saw the spider but Dan.
So for the next time, 4 or 5 times I'm getting in the car, I'm like, I probably had a chance to come back out now. So like I'm looking on the seat, I'm looking on the dash, and I'm not saying nothing to Jess. Like I'm serious about like this is really happening. This isn't like fun, jokey dance. I'm like looking around and stuff like that. I'm trying to make sure it's not anywhere on the ground before I get the car because I don't want it to like itsy bitsy down on me. Because yeah. So I am seriously for the whole rest of the time I'm there, I'm clocking everything in that car to look for where that spider
I
went.
get it. There was a spider in my car once. Do you remember there was like one of those jumping spiders on my dashboard and we tried to get it and it jumped in the heater vent?
Yes.
And then for like a week, every once in a while I'd see it and it'd jump back in and I was terrified all the time. Like the spider's going to come out. And then one day I was heading down to LA and as I was heading to the freeway, it popped back out and I pulled over on the side of the road like a crazy person, flung my door open and was just like throwing things at it, I got it out so that I didn't have to worry anymore. But I get it, like the fear that it's in here still.
But those little grass spiders are fun. Like those little grass spiders that hop around. Like that's fine. Like I'll save one and stuff like that. Even last night or the night before, I found this huge spider. Like it was like that.
This huge spider.
I caught it in the cup. I took pictures.
Wait, what Dan thinks is huge.
Also, I was gonna send it to you guys.
It was a big spider. I could see it from across the room.
I'll send it to the group chat. So that's fine for those spiders. This spider was something I have never seen in my life.
So were you only scared because it's yellow?
I was scared because it was like Black Widow size. I had no idea what it was capable of because it was a yellow spider. I've never seen this color spider. Jack Hanna never had it.
Capable of nothing.
It was not an arachnophobia. I think we looked it up and it ended up being just a nothing spider.
Maybe he just wanted to hitch a ride back to California with you.
Right?
He just wanted to be your friend.
All right, so I just sent the picture of this huge spider that I took out yesterday.
Can I see it? Because I never even saw it up close. I was not going near the big spider.
So it was just the unknown for me. That was the problem. Is like I had no idea. It's like
we don't have yellow bugs here. I'm trying to think of
where's the huge spider?
Yeah. What? That looks like a normal like beer glass, like a.
It's a pint glass. Look, that's big for us.
That's a huge spider for you?
That's huge for us. Yes, we don't have huge spiders. Oh my god,
you wouldn't even make it off my front porch.
Wow.
Seriously, everything's like remember, like I said, like our squirrels are all like sucked up. Our bugs are all sucked up. We don't have fat, juicy bugs out here at all.
We have like daddy long legs where their bodies are like a speck and then their legs are big.
Yeah, everything's like that. So it's not. When I saw that spider, it looked healthy. Jess's squirrels are beautiful. Our squirrels out here have like mange.
Right. Same at Jason's house. They're like big and fluffy and fun looking.
Yeah. So to see something so healthy and thriving, and I'm on its home court. In my mind, it's cute out of my jacket and stuff like that. Just like, nah. But like my boots had like webs on it.
But
I had probably 5 wolf spiders that were like 3 times the size of that, all living on my front porch alone.
Next time you see one, let me know. Are those things venomous?
No.
Which I understand means you have no reason to fear them. Don't care. Still don't want them anywhere near me.
Even if you were to be bitten by like a black widow or a brown recluse, it's probably not going to kill you. It's going to hurt. It's going to, but you'd have to get bitten by a whole bunch of them.
You have to get bitten by a whole bunch all at once. That
was the yellow spider.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
It was completely 100% banana yellow. It was a yellow spider and it was happy. And that's what I saw.
That's a little terrifying.
It's just terrifying. I had no idea. And Greg finally looked at it and said, "Oh, it's fine." Like he didn't even like in the same breath. He's like, "It's fine."
Because it was fine.
It did at the end.
It's just a spider.
Nicole, who is probably laughing hysterically at us, says, here in Australia, we have spiders as big as saucers. No joke, watching Australian Survivor, I do not know how these people sleep out on the ground on the beach. Like their B-roll is horrifying bugs.
The bugs I've never seen before in my life
no.
at all in my life. The guy got a sea cucumber. He's like, check this out. And then he ate the sea cucumber.
They did. Oh, it's gross.
Another fish came out of the sea cucumber. That's right. Dude, you guys, Australia Survivor is so cool. But yeah, so I've just never seen anything like this. So for the cockroaches, no. I don't.
Cockroaches?
Back to the question at hand. Dan would not want a cockroach to appear in his mouth every time he curses. But it took you a while to come to that conclusion.
Yeah,
in a roundabout
you could
way.
keep the cockroaches too.
Are you sure it would be a no?
Yeah,
Like
cockroach.
Cockroach. C-A-C-A roach. Cockroach.
No. Cockroach.
Cockroach, that's even more demeaning.
But it's not cockroach.
Shit was like
Just so you know. For next
here,
time.
I'll send you the one that we found on our fence into the group chat. That's the one we found on our fence when we were putting our fence up at the new house.
That's big.
Yeah.
Well, what about the one before it? Is that the one that you have, Steve?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That like has a face.
He's cute though. All right, let's see if I can show it to this camera here. This is what's going on in Canada. And this is what
It doesn't want to focus.
it'll focus.
There it goes. Yeah.
Seriously, that's probably the biggest, and it would have been a black widow, which I'm cool with black widows. I just swoosh them out there. We get black widows, tons of them outside. They're
So when we moved into this house and we were putting up the fence, there was Jamie was working on it. We had a board leaning up against the fence, and he pulled the board away, and that spider was behind it. It was huge. I mean, it was huge. And then
wait, like this, like the size of your hand.
that spider looks like it wants to.
It's
I know you have
big.
little hands, but
They're
still.
big. Those are big spiders. So then, like a week or two later, because we had just moved in, we were doing something, and Jamie comes out of the spare bedroom with a piece of paper and a glass cup. And sure enough, spider about that same size is inside that cup. He's like, look what I found in the house. Look what I found in the house.
That spider looks like it could jump.
Burn it to the ground.
Here, I'll kill 30, 40 black widow eggs. Black widows are just, they're just all right outside the house. They're everywhere in the daytime and stuff like that. Not even phased by those because they don't try to jump on you and stuff. They got shit to do. They're like,
Right.
I got shit to do. I'm like, cool, carry on. So that's the biggest I see. Like we have those little grass spiders that jump and stuff like that, but they're cutesy little spiders, So we don't have anything menacing like that. Dan, do you not have tarantulas there? I don't think so. I heard we had
As
tarantulas
pets.
here.
People have them as pets.
Yeah, but like there's not like wild spiders walking around here. No, we have scorpions. We have scorpions.
We had tarantulas. When we lived in Tucson, we had tarantulas. We had one in the house one time. It was about the size of a $50 that Jamie saved and scooted it outside.
Burn. I see because I'm not afraid because I know that I know that they don't want to hurt you. Well, at least the ones you get at the pet store. I see like Chase has got one and stuff like that, and he's always playing with his. So I know they don't want to hurt you, but I don't know about the ones that are out in the wild.
All right, so we're giving people the heebie-jeebies, people including me. Can we move on from spider talk? Like, there's 3 comments in a row here where people are skeeved out.
So we're not watching Spider-Man after this.
No. That one's for you.
Fair enough. All right. $1 million, but every time you hear a doorbell, you faint.
We don't have a doorbell.
Yeah, what if like I'm like ding dong?
That's not a doorbell. That's just you being a ding dong.
Fair enough.
We have a doorbell at work. And sometimes people ring it, and if I fainted every time, that would be great because then I don't have to answer the door. So I'm all about that. I'd take it.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Ours doesn't get rung a lot. Most of the people that come to our house just come inside.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
I will say, when the doorbell rings at your house, all of you guys are like, what the heck was that? Because you literally know everybody. The UPS guy opens up your door and puts the packages on the inside of your house. So when somebody rings the doorbell, you're like, what the heck is going on?
If Eric or Greg come over, they don't ring the doorbell. They just come inside and open the door. Like, like
when I was at your house, I can't remember her name. What's Eric's wife's name?
Corey.
So I went upstairs. We were all in the basement, and I went upstairs to go to the bathroom. And she was walking in the garage as I was coming up the basement stairs, and I didn't know there was anybody else coming. And like, she looks friendly enough. She, like, it's not like there's a big scary guy or anything, but I was just like, oh, hi. Like, it was so weird to me that people just walk into your house. You live in a place where you can just walk in your house. I freak out if man leaves the door unlocked. That's not a thing to do here.
And like all of my friends and like if my mom and dad are coming over, they don't not like they just come in the house. It's usually you open up the door and you yell at the door, "Hey, home!" Like that's just how
My
we've
mom
always
has
been.
a key to our house and still knocks. Like, it's not don't just walk into the house. It's not a thing you do.
Your mom, when I set up the Ring doorbell, she had me set it up so the Ring doorbell, when you pushed it, rang on the actual doorbell unit you plug in the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4 of her echoes. No, what are those called? The Amazon pucks. And then when I tried it out, it sounded like church.
The whole house rings. But that's what she wanted. Because he's like, oh no, that's too much. And she's like, no, I like that.
And it rings on her phone and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that would be crazy. You'd just be out forever.
I'd just faint.
But Jess, at your house, like, because you need to know what's going on when someone rings your doorbell, because that's not the norm. But you're going to faint.
Yeah, and then I wouldn't be able to know what was going on.
No, it's probably pizza. So, yeah.
I feel like even the pizza guy is just going to open the garage door.
A few of the ones that I know that know us, like, yeah, I don't know. We usually beat the pizza guy to the door because we have the security cameras everywhere. That's the other thing. It's like if we know somebody's coming over, we have the security cameras, so we'll have like the visual of the door. Like and even on game night, it's like the visual. Yeah, and the dogs. The dogs usually react way before the doorbell rings. So I think I'd take my chances and take it.
What about you, Steve?
I'm taking it. So fun little story time.
We actually make the doorbells ring.
No, I don't. The last time my doorbell rang was when I pulled the wires out of it because it started just ringing randomly. So I'll, be doing whatever, and then the doorbell would ring, and then all the dogs, all 3 dogs, go barreling towards the window, blah, 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 going crazy. There's no one there. That happens 7-8 times a day for 3 days, and you're unplugging that thing.
Fair enough.
What is it replaced by?
Nothing. I don't have a doorbell at all. No.
Like people,
you just knock.
I have the Jess. I have a camera on my front door, and it sends me a notification whenever there's movement. So if somebody walks up to my front door, I get a notification immediately.
Okay,
which is much less annoying than a doorbell.
I have that as well, but all mine does is show when there's other cats. Like literally, it's a cat notification pops up, and I'll click on it, and I'll be like, "Oh, that cat wants food out there." That is all mine's good for. I'm a good fainter though, because I'm like, oh.
No. When Dan faints, he goes, I don't feel so good.
That was the one time. Most of the time when I faint, I can call it out. I'm like, I'm going to pass out, and then I'll sit down. I have never timbered. I have never timbered.
No.
Have you seen me ever just timber?
I don't think so. No, you just put your head down.
Yeah. I just zonk out like Vicky the robot from Small Wonder. Like I'm just done. But I have not yet timbered on to the ground. At least I know it's coming because it starts getting black and black and black and black. And then I'm like, oh, that's I'm past the point of no return.
It's like, oh, I should probably sit.
I come to life quicker than a depleted Nintendo Switch, though. I'll tell you that.
You do.
I do come back to life, but quicker than that. But yeah, when I pass out, though, you get a low battery warning, and then I pass out.
Yes. So most people in the chat either don't have doorbells, so they take the money, or have dogs that alert them long before the doorbell. Wilton in real life says her husband Don's notification sound for everything on his phone is a doorbell, so she would not take that.
Oh my gosh, I know. But what if you call me a ding dong? You ding dong? Is that like a doorbell noise?
No, it's not a doorbell. It's just you being a ding dong. I said that already.
That could be weaponized, so I don't know about that.
Right?
That could.
Yeah, I'm going to make that myself.
Because I'm sure you can get one of those doorbell things on your phone. Ding dong. Shut me down. All right, what you got?
$1 million, but every time you see a rainbow, you cannot bathe for a week.
I mean, I bet there's a rainbow inside. I can probably see one within the view of Jess's house here.
No, not like a rainbow pattern, but like an actual rainbow in the sky. Every time you see a rainbow, you can't bathe for an entire week.
I'd take it.
You get rainbows?
Jump in the lake. Yeah, we get rainbows. We get rain.
That's true. So you would just jump in the lake?
You can't bathe, but I got a pool. I got lakes.
That's true.
Soap. Good.
Yeah, but you can't clean yourself in the lake though, or in the pool. You could only just swim and hope that
just not with soap
handles itself. But you couldn't
it'd be fine. I've been camping before. It'd be fine.
Oh, that's true. We did go a long time in camping.
We don't get many.
You can't
rainbows.
bathe. You got dry shampoo. You got baby wipes. Dude, I've been camping with no water before. Like there are
but
ways.
You would have to lay out the baby wipes and do that like dog thing where you put your feet up and like drag yourself across the baby wipe because you couldn't do any active cleaning of the bathing. You'd have to like let it happen by happenstance.
I think wiping yourself after you go to the bathroom would be okay. That's not considered bathing. That's general cleanliness.
No.
But look, I can't function if I don't shower. Like if I get up in the morning, the only times I don't shower is like if I'm sick and I know I'm not doing anything for the day and I'm just going to lay around in my pajamas all day and just have my hair sticking up every direction because it does. I have to bathe daily. I couldn't do it.
But $1 million, that's only when you see a rainbow. How often do we see rainbows out here? And when we do, we get bomb rainbows. We even get double rainbows.
We do.
Double rainbow.
I don't know that I could be, because my luck, it would be sometime really inconvenient. Like when I go somewhere else for like an event or something.
Like you're like going to this like hippie van meetup place and then like you see a rainbow and you can't like.
That would be convenient.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
no,
then you're good.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Anything that messes with me being able to bathe, no, I have to shower daily. Have to.
Steve?
I'm going to take the money. I'm just a little concerned about, is it like, if I see like 2 rainbows in 2 days, does that add up to 2 weeks?
Then you can't bathe
'Cause
for
that
2
could be a
weeks.
problem.
Does it stack?
Does
Oh.
it stack?
Maybe it just resets.
If it's the same rainbow, it's got to be. Yeah, if it's the same rainbow the next day, then no. But if it's 2 different rainbows, then yeah, dude. I think you probably restart your week. They don't happen that often, dude. When was the last time you saw a rainbow?
They happen. Yeah.
Oh,
They
that's
frequently get rain.
I'm
that's right.
surrounded by lakes.
We don't get rainbows very often.
Right. Only when it rains, and if you look the right way.
And even the last few times it rained, I didn't see a rainbow. Because
Yeah.
we've had
Pretty
rain
much-
a couple times in the last month or so.
But I didn't go outside.
If
I
it
do.
rains during the day, it's almost guaranteed that there's going to be a rainbow here.
I could not tell you the last time I saw a rainbow.
I'm good. I'm good with it. I'm taking the money.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't care. Somewhere over the rainbow, we're damn snakes. Okay. $1 million, but whenever you hear an ice cream truck, you must fist fight an invisible man. I'll tell you
Wait,
what, in our crazy
ice
town, there's
cream
a lot of
truck?
people. Yes, every time you see the
Do you
ice
have
cream
those
truck.
in Canada? Trucks that drive around turn out a little window?
What are your ice cream trucks like though, Steve? Because ours looks like
I
something
think
out of
Canada's
Mad-
like.
Well, ours looks like something out of Mad Max, right?
They do. And there's one called like the kitty cat truck or something that's all pink. And
Whoa.
it looks like it would sell kittens.
Yeah.
I thought it did.
Yeah,
at
they're,
first.
dude, ours look like something out of Mad Max. Some of them are rattle canned up. They're all peeling off paint. All the stickers are faded on the sides of them. Seriously, like Big Worm and Friday had a nicer ice cream truck than us. We have scary ice cream trucks here. Are yours at least nice?
Yeah, ours are, in general, nice.
Next time we go by AV ice cream, I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you guys. You guys, they look like the Demolition Derby.
They really do.
They really do.
They all look-
I think a trip to Canada for you, Dan, would be very illuminating.
I think so.
Yeah, you think?
Well, I mean, I only know like Canada from hockey pretty much, so that's.
Whoa, they don't drive on square wheels.
Jess, I don't think I've ever seen an ice cream truck go around in your town.
Yeah, do you have ice cream?
There's one. There is one ice cream truck, but they figured out a long time ago that it doesn't make sense to drive around. So the only thing they do is they go to events. They park it at events.
Okay.
So yeah. So that's so you pretty much. I never hear ice cream trucks.
I'm hated by every Canadian member that's in the chat right now. I see it. I see it. I see it. We have ice cream trucks here. Easy on the blame, Canada.
That's what we do.
But seriously, ours are scary. Like you might not want to buy a Choco Taco from our ice cream truck.
Choco Taco.
Do you have those in Canada?
No, they don't have Choco Tacos.
But these invisible fist fights. We see crazy people walking down the street all the time, invisible fist fighting.
I don't think anybody would bat an eye.
I don't think so either. I kind of look like I'm fist fighting an invisible person when I'm dancing.
You do? Absolutely. Literally at least once a week I see somebody looking like they're fighting an invisible
But
man walking down the
we
street.
do get in the summertime. We will get 2 to 3 ice cream trucks a day coming sweeping up our
the
street.
Hispanic guy with the cart and the bells he jingles.
Yeah, but he's got those
counts.
awesome like fruit flavored bars,
Yes,
like
he
you see,
does.
like you see on the sides of the beer cans. The what's the beer can where they're selling the fruit on it? Oh, I forget. Shoot.
The beer can where they're selling the fruit on it.
The mango carts. Like we have like the
yes.
mango cart cans. We have those out here, but our ice cream trucks, they come around with like they have like a PA system like in there. Nobody's got like a Bluetooth speaker. They have like a PA system and it's all crackling
It is.
and stuff like that as it comes
Really
out.
janky
And
ice
it's
cream
really
trucks.
really janky ice cream. One time we had the cool ice cream truck come by. Still was the piece of crap. But it was playing Mario music, but not do 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 do. No, he was playing 1-2. Do 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 do. And he's creeping up the street like it's a drive-by, playing 1-2. And I was going like, oh my gosh. So,
better or worse than the ice cream truck in David's neighborhood that plays Helter Skelter?
I'm in. I am in.
I don't think I'm buying that ice cream.
I am in. Yes, I'll take some Helter Skelter. I'll take 1 Helter Skelter pop, please.
What about the ice cream truck in Chris's neighborhood? Random van with a sticker on one door.
See?
Yeah, I wouldn't bat an eye. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what they look like, right?
Yeah. So I'm okay because like if I hear the ice cream man, I do get a little excited anyway. So no, I'm in. Yes, that is a yes for me.
All right, I just got a couple more here for you guys.
All right.
$1 million, but every time a photo is taken of you, your mouth disappears for a day.
No.
No.
No. That's creepy. No.
No, there's this like filter going around that Terry was doing.
Yes.
Where like it makes your face blank and it gives you like those 2 dots of an eye and like a line of a mouth. And that like gave me nightmares. I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had nightmares.
No, I don't like that.
Oh,
No.
you're like the Pan's Labyrinth guy.
I know what you're talking about, but I still haven't seen that movie. I'm gonna get in trouble right now. I haven't seen that movie still.
I'll make you watch it.
Yeah, make him watch it.
A while back and I didn't. So, gosh. Because here's the thing, like, okay, so maybe like 2 months ago or so, I was at the doctor's office, right? And then some lady's like, oh, I like your hair. Can I get a picture? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I took a picture with her. And then like a day or two later, I got tagged of like, I know that guy, that's Dan. And like, so this person had like taken my picture, put it on the internet and was just like, oh, look, check out this guy's hair. And then it like made it back around because it is a small town.
Right.
It made it back to me and somebody tagged me in it. So like,
Yeah, every time someone wants to take a picture of your mohawk.
right. And a lot of people
gonna
do that. I don't know.
disappear.
One time I was walking through the Walmart and I dropped whatever I was doing and I hurried and turned around to pick it up. And the person was behind me with the phone out like totally busted when I turned around. All of a sudden, you know, somebody takes a photo of me and then all of a sudden, like, I'm just doing whatever I'm.
Yep.
It would kind of ruin the live streams. It would screw up our
Well,
schedule.
if someone's peeping in my window.
No, if someone took your photo and then your mouth disappeared, you had a live stream scheduled for that day.
Right. But yeah, just to have it go out like that, you're like, dang.
Yeah. A bunch of nopes in the chat. Well, in real life, says that's some American Horror Story stuff right there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go with no on that one.
I'm going to
Let's
go
get
with
into the Matrix.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
I've got
Right?
a lot of
Right?
shit talk I can't afford for my mouth to disappear.
Oh, because then you would hold it all in and then it would just be
My
like.
mouth comes back and I just instantly pick up with shit talking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a no for me because, like I said, people like take pictures of me and then my mouth is just gone.
Yeah, I think everybody's a no for that one.
Yeah, I'm with the no. Steve, you know on that one too?
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
No, dog.
They must have American Idol in Canada.
Yes, we have American Idol.
But it's American. It's right there in the name.
Yeah, where do you think Robin Sparkles came from?
We got a super chat here from Amanda who says, we had an ice cream truck come through the neighborhood on Christmas Day. It's still weird to hear it come through then. But Amanda, we live in warmer climates. So, like, I mean, what was it like?
On Christmas
60
Day?
degrees on Christmas Day?
Still, like,
I'd take ice cream on Christmas Day. I'm not turning it down.
were they taking gift cards?
I bet they would.
It's a daily thing, Huskies in the Hatch.
Oh, come on. She used the Canadian emoji with a line for a mouth. You're setting me up. guys make it too easy.
Hey, 5, 4, 5. I smell crap down. Who's that? That's Scott. He's a giant dick.
Can I get a cameo from you right now? Steve's got a cameo now. If you guys want, that is all I want for my birthday is for you.
Just
to
a
make
super Canadian.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. Oh. You crying?
Amazing. My eyes are watering because I don't laugh this hard often, and it makes me cry when I do.
Oh.
I'm getting wrinkles.
Oh. We have one more question.
I just put you down.
Yeah, one more question. I don't know if anything's gonna beat that. Like, seriously, like, how have you been holding that from me for like the last year?
Right.
Or so? Like, how have you not busted out that weapon? Wow.
That's from South Park.
Right?
What a
Yeah, but we watch South Park. We do not have the ability to do that.
no, that's the thing. You like nailed it.
It's a Canadian skill for
yeah.
sure.
What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Oh my god. Oh, this is great. All right, so we have one more. You done crying there?
I think I'm good.
Right. Last $1 million butt question. This was a good idea.
Thank you.
$1 million butt. Whenever someone asks to see your ID, you have to unabashedly pick your nose and eat it in front of someone.
Do you know what unabashedly means?
Just like own it. You
Yes.
just gotta own
Okay,
it.
just check.
So $1 million, but whenever somebody asks to see your ID, you have to unabashedly pick your nose and eat it in front of someone.
Absolutely not.
I'll just
Let's
go.
hear your nose picking story.
So
This one time at band camp.
I'm just trying to go like, am I gonna tell this story? Okay, so I'll never eat.
You told the pooping in a box story.
I'll
Sort
ne-
of.
I'll never. I mean, you can put 2 and 2 together.
Put the number 2 together.
I have never. Oh, yes. I did tell the story once when all of us were on a live call that one time. It was us
Yes.
three. It was like Mueller. It was Di. I think it was Matt Shep. I told it that because it was fresh and it just happened to me.
There's still steam coming off of it.
I will tell you, I've honestly, and I'd be honest with you. I've never eaten a booger. I've never been like chonk 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 chonk. And there's always that one kid in school that would eat the boogers.
There are adults I've seen in public do it. There are people who do this.
I am not, but like there was the booger bandit when I worked at the old print shop back when I was like 18, 19 or so. There was a booger bandit that would always there'd always be a booger here and a booger there on a wall and stuff like that. And for years, Rich would always talk about the booger bandit, right? We'd be off the clock, we'd be handing out to you and stuff. I'm like, man, who's the booger bandit at work? It was me.
I'm not surprised at all because there was a booger
the
bandit in the bathroom here, and I yelled at Blake for it. Blake was like,
That's
"I didn't
right.
do it."
My poor old flesh and blood.
Dude, Blake
took
was
the
so
rap from
offended.
me.
It was like swearing up and down he didn't do it. He's a pretty
Did I
honest
cop
kid,
to
but I'm
it?
like, there's boogers like on the walls in the bathroom, and I don't use that bathroom. So
I have since.
you did call. Yeah, I don't put my hands underneath your desk.
I'm good. I have since stopped that.
Dan, this was like within the last couple years.
No, this was like this has to have been like 5-6 years ago. I'm checking up at least on my new desk that was really expensive. I have quit. I've put down the bandit.
There is a box of tissue on the back of the toilet tank.
But
like, no joke. There's a box of tissue and there's a roll of toilet paper.
How did you find out what you did? I didn't just let him.
You copped to it. Like a few weeks later, you're like, oh yeah, that was me.
My niece Morgan says I'm a booger bandit. I pick nose all the time. Roll it, flick it, baby. See, it must be in the blood. It must be in the blood. I have since I have since stopped now that I have like an urge to do it again. It's like Dexter, like maybe it's been 10 years.
This is why I have a bathroom and the boys have a bathroom.
Did I get Blake out of trouble or did I just let him take the rap?
You let him take the rap. I think I yelled at him. Maybe you weren't here or something. You were at work or something. But then it came up later, like a couple weeks later, and you're like, oh yeah, that was me. And then I had to go apologize to Blake for yelling at him.
Oh,
yeah, you're nasty.
Man. Yeah, so
I don't even know why I'm with you, honestly. Like, who does that? Really. You're a grown-ass man.
I was grown when I was the Booger Band. It was the perfect crime too. It was the perfect crime because like
Was it?
we had a lot of workers in the back and stuff like that. It is like, but we cycled through everybody. But the Booger Bandit still was around, and nobody ever blamed me for it at all. Like I was never like in the targets of it at all. It was like Dexter. It was like the perfect crime.
Okay,
like nobody ever blamed me.
Perfect crime. Who did you think was going to take the fall in our house?
Look, when you're abandoning boogers like that, you don't think about the end game. It's just like anybody that commits any crime. They don't think about the consequences.
Well,
All right, $1 million, but whenever somebody asks to see your ID, you have to unabashedly pick your nose and eat it in front of somebody. I don't know what a booger tastes like. I mean, I kind of do from like when
neither
you like,
do I, but I don't want to know.
when you like hawk it up or whatever. You know, I get it, but like, no.
No.
Jess, you ever eaten a booger?
No.
Okay.
No, and I would say no
like,
because
you're a
they ask
CEO
for
of
my
a company.
ID. They ask for my ID way too often. So no.
The older I get, the more they stop. Like it's got to be the Reed Richards going on the side here. Crystal shaved my head, and I looked down, and it was like way more gray than not gray. Yes. What about you, Steve? You ever taste your body's goodness?
Yeah. Let me tell you one thing about beards that's not great. When you're outside in the winter and it's really cold, it's not running down and it freezes.
Oh.
And then when it warms up, it kind of ends up being on there. So you get the taste. You don't eat it, but yeah, $1 million, I'd eat a booger.
You call that a snowman ride?
Oh.
Checks out.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's good to me. I can't wait to get over to Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Why did we end on boogers?
I'm going. Yeah, you picked this.
There were no
I'm
particular
going
order.
with no because I forgot all about eating boogers, but I've never had. I would tell you guys, but I just didn't do that.
Oh my god.
Oh, there you go. There's $1 million, but this went off smashingly.
That was a lot of fun.
was
A
fun.
lot of questions. Yeah, because we still have
Like
like a
in the
whole
box, yeah.
list of it, and they have like expansion packs. But I like this.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Worked
Nobody
out
else.
good.
Nobody else in the audience. No, not this is the one that not one person was like yes.
Morgan.
Oh, that's right. But no, but she flicks it, but that's what family does. Yes.
It's gross. It's so gross.
Yes. Well, that was fun. Oh my gosh, that was 2 hours and 22 minutes. Jess, you've been on the camera.
I feel like you today. I will say we got done with that stream and we were starting to clean like the disaster that the dogs made. And
Right.
Jamie and I both sat down to eat dinner and he goes, I don't know how they do it. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how they do it either. I don't think I could do that multiple times a week. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, yeah.
When they end,
He's like, I'm
you
exhausted.
kind of don't even want to talk to each other when it's done. You're just like, I'm just going to sit on the couch and scroll my phone mindlessly for like half an hour before I can do anything else. I don't want to interact. Like, I'm an introvert, so even this takes a lot out of me as far as like my battery.
Same with Jamie. Yeah, same with Jamie. Like when we got done, he was spent. Like, I mean, I was exhausted, but at the same time, like as soon as I was like, oh, now I got to do this. And then I was explaining that to him. I'm like, I think the worst thing about my personality is like, you know, a lot of people when they finish something, they're like, oh, I did this thing and I was really excited about it. My brain, I get that for that long. And I'm like, I did this thing, I finished. Shit, I got to go do this thing over here. And like immediately, I'm like, now I got to go do the next thing. So you get that, like, I'm so excited that I did something for 2 seconds. And I think that's why for me, it's like, okay, no, I just got to go on to the next thing. But Jamie was spent. He was pretty spent.
I lose all track of time. I have no idea what's going on. But just, you know, like, so we went to the Novi Pet Expo and we did a live stream for 3 straight days.
Yeah.
We did not do anything that Monday. We didn't even like talk that much. We just were just like chill and quiet and just chill.
We were exhausted.
Yeah. Usually after I'm done, I'm on a good high for a while and then we crash.
But you would do it forever a lot of times if I didn't stop. There's a lot of getting baked with crystals where he'll make his way into the kitchen and he's talking on camera because it's mostly me for at least the first couple hours, and then he'll come in there and I'm like off camera like, we need to stop. Like, you've got your show tomorrow, we need to stop this. Like, you love to just talk to people.
Yeah, I felt like crap before this.
Yeah.
I showed myself in the shower.
We
I'm like, my
debated back
lungs
and
burn.
forth for a long time about whether we were doing anything
Yeah.
tonight.
But it's weird. I really do just lose track of anything that is outside of what's going on here. Like,
And
time
I
is
didn't know
standstill.
if you guys were gonna do anything tonight because my stream ended up going so long, and I knew you were sitting there watching what I was doing, and I'm like, I don't know if they're, and because like you said, because you guys didn't feel good, I'm like, I don't know what's going on tonight. And then when you asked, I told Jamie, I'm like, I'm gonna go live stream with them tonight. He's like, yeah, you should. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing that tonight.
How do you feel?
Well, I had some Fireball and ginger ale. I'm good.
Oh, that's why that'll go juice. I mean, Steve and I after the live stream, I felt like crappy, but that's because we pretty much ran a daycare for 3 hours.
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, no problem. We're your parents, people. Oh, yeah. So we ran Romper Room for like 3 hours, and after that, I felt bad. My lungs were burning and stuff like that, and I was kind of like just like sloshing around a little bit. But nope, I feel.
You're
fantastic.
like, I'm good again.
I did. Yes. Oh, anything else in the chat before we get out of here? Because I know we should probably shut this down. How you feeling, Steve?
I feel good.
This was a lot of fun. We definitely should do this again.
That's what the chat seems to be saying.
How did I do?
Great.
You did good.
Because this is like I did the one live stream with Loki's birthday, but it wasn't like this.
No,
Yeah, this is like your first like real interactive live stream, like besides that one. Yeah.
Did you when you were doing the podcast? Did you guys not go live at all? It was only to canned.
Yeah, it was all we did one live stream, but
okay.
Yeah.
No, your setup looks good. Like, no, see, here's the thing. If you guys don't know, we have a group chat of us three, and this is pretty much what it is in the group chat all day.
We're gonna start a podcast and call it the group chat. No, I'm just kidding.
It would absolutely work. We all have no problems talking, but this is what it is all week long. So all we did now is just pretty much show our faces on here.
Yeah.
So it's not like we don't hang out for like all day. Oh my gosh, 24 hours a day. It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and Steve and I will be talking, or depending on your work schedule or stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't stop.
We talk every day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
All day. Yes.
The consensus in the chat is also that Steve did great, and there were multiple requests for Steve and/or I to make appearances on your podcast as guests.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you too.
I think this is where it works. I think the CC Mouse podcast is just enough. We've tried to have people on, we tried to do stuff before, and it's just no.
Thanks everyone in the chat, by the way.
No, I like this right here. This is the gimmick right here. So we definitely got to do this more. Oh, your dogs are out. I know people are asking to see your dogs, Steve. Are they hanging around at all?
My dogs?
Yeah. Can we get some of that before we
Grab
go?
a treat, someone will show up.
Yes, and if you guys are not following Steve on YouTube and all forms of social media, I put a link in the description to his YouTube page. Through there, I think there's probably links. There's probably links to your Facebook page and your Instagram page and stuff like that, or the group and stuff you have. So follow Steve because he's our buddy. Like that's on the list of people we create with. Steve's like number one right there. Like there's nobody else that Jess and I are closer to right now than Steve.
Yep.
I think that's correct. Yeah. So he's one of us. So
one of us.
Yeah, I should follow him, and we'll definitely set this up again. I think this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now that I've roped you guys into it, I do have Dan TV coming up where Steve and I are going to watch this hockey movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme called Sudden Death, where Jean-Claude Van Damme's got to stop.
Don't unplug anything, Sasha.
I don't even want to spoil it. Jean-Claude Van Damme's a hockey player that's got to stop
Sasha,
80s madness happening. Inside actually the Pittsburgh Penguins arena. It's cool. So him and I will do live commentary on that coming up soon, and that'll be a lot. Everybody says Loki is adorable.
And then that was Sasha. That was just up.
Oh, that was yeah. Come on.
No. And then I brought Sasha over.
Okay. I guess we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, my dogs were begging to go out. Now I don't know where. Oh, one's behind me, but.
Maybe you'll catch maybe you'll catch some of the hockey game. Let's get a score before you get out here to see if it's a good day or a bad game. Our 10-game winning streak ended today when there was 2 minutes left in the game and the Stars scored like 2 quick goals. I'm like, darn. Oh, you guys are in LA. Oh my gosh, I should be down.
Yeah,
watching you guys
we're in LA.
We actually Pittsburgh is in LA like in 2 or 3 more days. Oh, you guys are down 2-0 to the Kings.
Yeah, we're in LA today and Anaheim tomorrow. I think.
Anaheim tomorrow. Yep, that's how my team will be there. My team will be there on the 13th. which I won't go this year, but my team will be there on the 13th doing the same West Coast road trip, which is really weird that you guys have hockey 3 hours later. It's like 8:30, 9:30, 10:30.
It's 11:30. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The game started at 10:30.
It really sucked when Detroit was in the Western Conference.
Oh my gosh, that's right. For travel and that you guys had to watch like midnight games. That's so great. The coach of the Anaheim Ducks was like, "What do you like about Anaheim?" He's like, "I like not having to stay up for the late games," because he was the coach in like Vancouver or something else. Or on a East Coast team, and he went over to be the coach of the Ducks, and he just liked the fact that old man didn't have to stay up until like 1 o'clock in the morning to watch the game. So, Crystal, you're okay to say something?
A few things from the chat before we go. Nancy's suggesting you guys do, excuse me, the CCC Mouse podcast. Country Mouse, Canadian Mouse.
I love it. Dude, we can make the logos with the Russian CCCM, like the Russian logo, and it could be like
CCCP.
Yes, yeah, just M at the end of it. Oh, I like that. If we ever have Steve on, we'll have to rename it that for that day. Yeah. Yes, that day. But please, again, Steve's links are down below. So are Jess's. So is the links to this game if you guys would like to play it at home with your friends and stuff like that. There is a correct way to play the game, Cards of Humanity style. So, yes. I like this. So we'll be back again with you guys. Thank you guys for bailing us out of we didn't want to just sit here. And Crystal had this great idea, and I thought it was perfect, and you guys are perfect for it. So we'll definitely make this happen again.
Okay.
A couple more things. My Last Week Adventure wants to know, does Sasha have only one eye?
Sasha only has one eye.
Yes, the dog from local Siberian only has one eye.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
And Lily CK said, this was fun. Please have more of this. And wants to know when the next painting session is. We are doing on the 19th, just coloring. You're welcome to paint or do whatever you want to do. But we are coloring a page from the Gone to the Snow Dogs coloring book, which you can get on Amazon.
Yes, maybe Jess has a link. I don't know if you have that link with you.
And
I can get it.
The next actual paint night, we will be doing one in February. I think it's the weekend before. We don't have the schedule posted yet, but we were working on it. I think the weekend before Valentine's Day, we're doing actual painting. But join us on the 19th for coloring, and feel free to color along or paint or whatever art thing you want to do.
Yes, I'm gonna color my snow dog pink.
What?
It's my own coloring book, so
you can do whatever you want.
Whatever you want to do.
Mine might be rainbows.
One more thing, Dan. I just had to point out, you keep calling it a barrette that you put in your hair.
Yeah,
it's a
my
French thing.
Barrette, not Barrett. Barrette.
Beret.
A beret is the thing French people wear on their head.
But a barrette is the boys' version of it. A beret would be the girls' version.
Do you guys really call that a beret?
I'm pretty sure they do.
But a beret is the thing on top of your head, right? The French hat is a beret?
Is it French?
You're confusing me. That's a beret. It's E-T-T-E.
Brett.
Not E-T. I don't know how to pronounce French words.
Oh, Husky in the Hatch says no.
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 I'm wrong. Uh-oh.
No to which...
A beret is a thing, but I think that's
Je ne parle en français.
Oh, that was good.
I literally just said I don't speak French.
It's how Dan is pronouncing it. Brett.
Yeah, it's beret.
Okay. I was wrong.
Wilton says, here we call them barrettes. Bars, like as in prison bars. Barrette. I've never heard it said like that.
The beret is the hat. Green beret.
Beret.
Oh,
That's beret.
Beret.
Yeah, B-E-R-E-T is a beret.
Ernie and Bert. Beret. Okay.
Ernie
Okay, I got it.
What?
All right, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys next time on whatever we call this. This was $1 Million But with friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday with Pictionary.
Yes, we will be.
Yes.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, guys. That was lots of fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.